All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are doing well. Time for a afternoon tournament, although nighttime for many of you, I suppose. And it is going to be a Britonia tournament, so I'm going to be suffering pretty bad. They're definitely on the lower end of the meta right now. I tried playing a couple games last night. It was pretty rough, but we got a win in there, so it was good. And maybe we will do the lady proud. We're going to find out and see what we can do. So just checking here. We're about to start this. Check-ins should have happened by now. No admin stuff happening here, so let us go ahead and generate the bracket. Yes, let's go, baby. Britonia for the lady. All right, so how'd that go? Did we generate the brackets? We did. All right, so let's get this set up here. Let the players know that it is time, and goblins, round is live. Good luck, have fun. Please try to keep rounds under 40 minutes. All right, so the tournament is live. We have our first opponent, and it is somebody known as Attack Speed Enjoyer. So I don't quite know their playstyle, but maybe we'll find out. We played a little bit of Rapunz last night. It's fun. She's pretty strong. And Attack Speed Enjoyer. Attack Speed Enjoyer. Ah, another RTK player. Okay, they're going to be pretty good then. We're in trouble. Oh man, Britonia feels hard, man, and they just got nerfed. So they weren't like really great in Dom, but apparently in land battle they can be strong with some of the beasts. So the land battle people, I think, ended up getting them nerfed a bit in terms of the Grail Knights and Hippogriff Knights, which I think are their big carry pieces in domination. So I think that's one of the reasons why they have a 33% win rate right now. But we're going to see if we can at least go 50-50 today. And hey, you know, if we do really well, maybe win the tournament. Who knows? But taking a look here, you can see Britonia is the second worst faction right now with 7 wins and 14 losses. Very little data, right? It's not a lot. A couple good tournaments, couple solid players could fix that. All right. And we're all set. So I don't know what my opponent's playing yet. We'll find out in a moment. And it's go time. I got the buy. Oh, you got the buy. All right, William. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. You get a free win for it. Also, let me go ahead and ping. So we have a lot of people who signed up today. I was actually very shocked. Also, if top 4 is heavily contested, we may do round 5. We might have a 5-rounder today. We might. I think we're playing against an elf. I mean, his picture is an elven archer, so I'm assuming that might be the case. Scrolling up here, let's see if we can find him so I can start on my builds. It's around here. There's so many people who signed up today. This is a really big tournament. I think we have over 40, close to 50 people signed up. Okay, we got the Wood Elves, actually. Interesting. So against Wood Elves, I don't know what the meta is. What is the map going to be? I mean, obviously Wood Elves, now they have armor-piercing cav. So the meta has certainly changed, right? Like the Wild Hunters of Karnish are going to actually be a very good tool against a lot of your stuff. All right. So let's check here. The map is going to be Border Low Landing for the first time. All right. So Border Low Landing. There we are. Cool. Yeah. Maybe pray to the big evil bull guy. No. We're playing Britonia, so no evil bull man today. So Wood Elves, what the hell are they going to do here? I mean, Lewin has always been pretty good with his missile resist and regeneration. I feel like he's pretty disruptive against the Wood Elf battle lines, for sure. Oh my god, he has a build already? That's not good. That's certainly making me a little bit nervous here. Okay, so what is the big problem? What are we going to be dealing with? Is it going to be like War Dancers and Blade Singers and all that sort of craziness? Or is there going to be some... Oh, wait, Durthu is pretty popular right now. That's right. We got to put some respect on Durthu's name. Oh, yeah, Durthu. Okay. Durthu, yeah. He's a problem, isn't he? Because he just got buffed pretty heavily in this update. So I think we need to put some respect on old Durthu's name, yes. Okay, so let's do that. We got you ready to go. And from here, do we bring archers of our own? Obviously, they're going to get karate chopped pretty hard by elven archers, but is he going to bring archers is the question. I do not know. I am not sure of this. Awesome to see you playing Poseidon again. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. All right, so for the caster against Britonia, against the Wood Elves, you probably are going to want some healing, of course. So I think you pretty much always got to do that. We've got this, throw you on horseback. Artillery has been historically decent against Wood Elves also. They don't have too many abilities to compromise it, I suppose. So we could try a little bit of this. I don't hate that. Well, that's a little dodgy. right, let's cut you, and then from here we can get a bunch of cheap spears. Okay, 1 and 2 to hold the back objective there. And cut this, and we want to get a Grail Relique. Oh, they also cost increased peasants, interestingly enough. The peasant mobs, like who needed to nerf peasant mobs? Of all things, they got a cost increase. Alberic is probably not very good here, in my opinion. I think he's gonna run into some issues. All right, so for the Cav situation, let's see here. Grail Knights are always badass. Royal Hippo Knights, I don't know if they're going to be super necessary. They are cool. Maybe Royal Pegasus Knights could do some disruption for sure. Knights Errant are going to be decent. Probably a couple Mounted Yeomen just for cheap mobility, I think. Knights of the Realm have always been very good here for running things down. And I think that's decent for the infantry corps. But yeah, we got to put some respect on those archers. They can definitely do quite a bit of work. Arrows of Kurnus are a thing. Man, this is going to be certainly a very aggressive reminder of the matchup. Knights of the Lionhearted do magic damage, which is good against what? Good against Dryads, good against a couple other units, I suppose. And do we want to get the Royal Pegasus Knights? I'm really, really nervous about Durthu. Durthu, I think, is going to be a problem. We could get like a foot Henri Le Massif, but he's still very, very pricey if we end up doing that. Okay, so Unidos Trace, and then do we want to get the Beast Slayers of Bastogne? What are they going to be good against on the Wood Elf roster? War Dancers and other troops like that will tear them up pretty bad. So I think we just need a little bit more capture weight here via these guys. And do we want to get any polearm action? The Tree Men. Yeah, so we got the armor piercing here. And do we want to get, like, are Hippo Knights useful at all in this matchup? Probably not. You're paying so much for, like, heavy armor piercing, and I feel like you're just going to be paying the troll toll there. All right, let's grab these guys. I think this build looks fine. What am I weak against? I think that's all right. That's what, 650? So let's maybe slap another one of these in there. Yeah, all right. Put some Chevys down on these guys. Do we have enough? And no, not quite. Okay, good luck. Have fun to my opponent. We're on Borderlow Landing, which is the correct map. And thank you guys all for joining. Yeah, Peasants got nerfed, which is weird. It must be a land battle thing, because Bretonnia was not good last patch. They were actually like a low mid-tier faction, but now they're definitely even worse. But I think Bretonnia is a faction that's extremely hard to pick up, which kind of is conducive to their win rate. But I think in the hands of people who practice them all the time, they certainly have some decent skill expression. So I'm excited to kind of explore that today, and we'll learn what works, what doesn't work, and have some fun. Hey, Sasa, I appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, let's go. Bretonnia suffers from melee cav not being... Yeah, they're okay. The Grail Knights can definitely do some work. Very micro-intensive, though. Very micro-intensive. I'm nervous about Durthu. Durthu is my fear. Yeah, I'm nervous about the big man, because he got buffed, and he's going to be very hard to kill. It might even come to the point where we have to just ignore him and play the other objectives with our mobility. Why do I suddenly want to do a campaign based on the peasant mob blobs? Is there actually like a decent peasant stack you can make? Which Bretonnian lording campaign is like good with peasants? Wouldn't it be Rapunzel with like some weird virtue or something? All right. Like the salmon of Capistrano. All right, so we brought a trebuchet just for fun. I think we bought the blessed one because it does magic damage. I'm like, maybe that'll be good here. We'll find out. All right, so we're going to take our battle pilgrims up the front, and on the flank, we're going to go ahead and just send peasants and peasants. Let's go grab that side objective there. Lewin, obviously, because if he gets caught by anything bad, you just pop the lion shield and he barely takes any damage. We do also have Ailman, because even though the Wood Elves will outclass us archer-wise, it's still nice to have. And we're going to tighten you guys up ever so slightly, like so, and then get the Grail Relique kind of in between these guys. Awesome. That'll give us a little bit of staying power here. And just one extra spear unit in the back. So everybody's shielded. Everybody's, you know, sitting kind of cozy here, and we'll put you very deep set. Might need to hide her in the trees. We'll see. Probably going to pressure my back objective, but we can respond with fast cav. You know, we do have a lot of cav, like pretty much all our reinforcements. We even have some of the cheapo mounted yeomen and defenders of fleur-de-lis and different pieces like that. So, all right. The blessed one, apparently it doesn't do friendly fire. Yeah, we'll see how that actually works in practice. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Attack speed, enjoyer. Yes. So we have readied up, and doesn't appear to be lagging, so that is always a good start. You can make a good peasant stack in her campaign. That's pretty fun. Blessed Field Trebuchet. Oh, and it's Durthu. Okay, so I was right. What I suspected was correct. I don't know how my Haggard archers are going to do here, but we're going to move down this way. Lewin at least can fight Durthu. Okay, it's going to be a Dryad push. mainly melee, which I'm actually okay with. I can just get some heavy knights and start running down some of those bad boys. And yeah, we're gonna go and poke up here. I'm thinking about hiding in the trees, like staying hidden for a minute, like take fire at will off, and then when he leaves, just like go capture it. We'll see. All right, but anyways, the Blessed Field Trebuchet is getting work in. So how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 2 hidden units on the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's got 2 hidden units here. So I have to be careful. They could be Way Watchers. Although if I was really sweaty, I could do the math on it, but I think we're all right. Yeah, so you guys are going to hang in the trees. I'm surprised he's sitting back there with those archers. People would have normally moved off by now. Oh, they're Waystalkers. Okay. Well, we can go attack those. Okay, so we don't need to worry too much. Waystalkers will not be good against King Lewin. That is for sure. So we're going to just dive, try and get some free damage on those bad boys, and we do. So we managed to make contact, and now Durthu's going to turn, so we just want to flee the scene. We're saving up for the big Grail Daddies, and let's move up here, like so. Get back and continue moving you guys here. Got to be very, very tough for sure. Durthu is no joke. He is very, very scary. But we do have the Awakening of the Wood, so I'm hoping that will get the job done. Yeah, Durthu this patch is pretty frightening. I think we're not going to be able to get his side objective. He's not going to let it happen. So we need to do this. Let's get you guys coming in because they do magic damage and start to party. Retreat you guys back a little bit, and Lewin can just go and get some freebies where... Oh, he's actually leaving. Okay, so we can actually go steal that objective then. Okay, that's actually quite nice. Okay, so let's retreat back a little bit. We want to get our Grail Daddies up there to have them start doing some work, and you can do this. Back and back you go. You guys move out on this objective and just steal it. And then we just play defensively, right? That's 100% the play. And we can get some yeomen here to come out, run you guys down, and Grail Knights should be able to put some pretty big punishment down as we just kind of keep kiting the other portion. Look at the damage those Grail Knights did. Absolutely brutal, right? They just like melted those guys. All right, so the Wild Hunters of Kurnus are in. Let's see if we can get you guys over there. Lewin is going to keep doing his thing, and you guys can go after these guys. Looking good. Now we slam over here, and you guys just keep running. So we did manage to steal the back objective. Lewin, in the meantime, we can pop Sword of Corone. Looking good. And the Grail Knights should get the job done here. We do have the Wild Hunters of Kurnus on the way, so they're going to obviously annihilate us here. So we'll just do an Awakening of the Wood to try and slow them down a little bit. And let's pull the Grail Knights over now. Move them there. Get Lewin to come over here and help out if he can. We do steal our opponent's back objective, which is great. So that is huge. That's going to take a lot of pressure off us here, and hopefully we'll be okay. All right, so Lewin has moved in. We need to save up for some good quality cav. We've been able to kite Durthu effectively. So let's see if these Grail pimps can get in there and do the job. All right, so let's drop a Earthblood here to heal these guys up, including the Damsel in Distress, and we'll pull our fast cav over this way. We do manage to plow those guys down, and yeah, now it's time for some more some anti-infantry cav. Yeah, we're going to need mostly anti-infantry. All right, so the Grail Knights are doing good. We're pretty even in value, I would say, at this point. Let's continue fighting here. Get these Grail Knights back. You guys run them down. Grail Knights come up and under. We managed to ninja the back objective, which is super meme. And we have our Battle Pilgrims. Let's get that Grail Relic there, fighting a little bit better. And what do we have to shoot at? These are War Dancers? Okay. So Flock of Doom's coming. Let's get Big Daddy to go here, and we can take this fight here against the Wild Hunters. We can Awaken the Wood on them, slow them down a little bit, and Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis need to come across this way. Let's get our Damsel back. So Damsel needs to flee this way, and drop some heals right there. All right, awesome. So, yep, just keep shooting here, and let's go ahead and get some more fast cav. Yep, that's what we're going to want. Let's get you guys across this way. And the Grail Knights, unfortunately, get caught up doing God knows what. And Trebuchet, let's have it just kind of keep picking off these models here. And yeah, our boys here do get picked, which is unfortunate. All right, so is he going to go for the artillery? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case. As a matter of fact, we can just call in some yeomen here to hunt these guys down. Should be pretty cost effective. All right, so are they going to come for the artillery is the question. I don't think so. Some of the yeoman archers did get hunted and harried there pretty effectively. And we're chasing these guys. I could send some spears to the middle, but I think we're okay. Like, we have the double cap on them, right? I do have that objective, yeah, okay. Just making sure I'm not crazy. I think I've had fire at will off on these guys for a while, so now they're going to actually start shooting. All right, so let's get those Glade Riders here. Let's do a little bit of this. I'm happy to kind of play this positioning until, for as long as we need to, because I have the objectives, right? So it's not a huge deal for me to kind of do this. All right, so let's actually swarm in, kill those Glade Riders. We're going to do that. We're going to get you guys going after the Waystalkers. And drop a little bit of healing over here. I think that's going to be good. You guys sit back. And what do we want to get next is the question. Probably just more Knights of the Realm. We do manage to smash those skirmishers over there. And he still hasn't gotten his back objective, so that's a huge win for us. All right, so now let's call in here. Let's get some Bretonnian Knights. And we are getting one of the Waystalkers down very effectively, which is awesome. You guys go in there, hit those guys up, and over here we do smash these guys. So that's great. All right. So let's pull you back. Damsel is ready. Let's awaken some wood, although she is going to be breaking now. Lewin does get a lot of damage on those units there. Let's pull him back right now. And you guys just get into the Dryads right there. In the meantime, his expensive cav are getting karate chops. Let's hit these Glade Riders here. You guys can just start shooting into the War Dancers, and you get back. And these fast cav can move up. And we probably just need to get some more Battle Pilgrims, honestly. Value is very even. You know, my caster is getting karate chops a little bit, which sucks. Those hunting characters, what are they? Not the hunting characters, but you guys get the idea. Whatever the hell they are. Those SE characters are doing a lot of work. All right, so the Grail Knights get a good engagement there. Lewin's going to run back. As long as the spears aren't there, we're fine. They're just going all in trying to kill me, basically. So we're going to go press the middle a little bit, get another Battle Pilgrim unit. More sustainability, right? And cool, so let's run here. Get these spear units to engage against the Azerite spears there. And the Grail Knights are still just fighting the good fight, which is awesome. And Battle Pilgrims are on the way. Cool. So you guys go there. You guys go threat in the middle. I think those are Zotes being called in. I'm not sure. Are they Zotes? Yeah, Lewin's going to get a little attack there. I need to get him up on the Waystalkers for sure. All right, so you guys go here. You guys go here. And now let's go steal the middle objective. He's way too deeply extended in my land, so there's a pretty decent chance I could just win by grabbing the middle there. So we're going to get you. Hunt this guy down. Battle Pilgrims can chase here, and we can chase here. Outstanding. And do we call in more fast cav? I don't think so. I think we just rotate to the middle with everybody, and we just try and get a big defeat on these Zotes. Although Zotes are very good against us. So let's see if we can outmaneuver those guys. Yeah, let's see if we can. We're going to try and get slippery. All right, so we get one of the Waystalkers down, which is freaking awesome. That's really big for us. Lewin's going to kill that one, and then we'll have Lewin kill the other one. So from here, what do we want to get? Yeoman down here just to chase. Yep, just always putting pressure on those. We need to do a little bit of unsummoning, some housekeeping, and you just Earthblood yourself, run up the side of the map. You guys go here, and what do we got there? All right, so some fast cab back there. So we're going to go stop him from recapturing his back objective. That's going to be the play. And Lewin is just going to pick off these characters. So we do get the Waystalker there. Ah, big blunder. I just threw those Knights of the Realm away. It feels bad. All right, let's go back there. And how are we looking there? Going to catch these guys. Got to do some housekeeping. Okay, Lewin does get the kill there. Big Daddy Durthu is causing a lot of havoc, unfortunately. But we do have the objectives. And let's go ahead and run up there. Yeah, get on these guys. And then you park on that objective too. I think honestly playing his backpoint is just way stronger. So we're gonna eventually have to deal with Durthu, which is gonna be hard. We do kill one Waystalker, so let's go get the other one now. These Knights of the Realm can come up and get a little bit of flank charging in, and we really don't want to be losing this objective. All right, so let's move there. Cool. Make sure we hold on to that. Get you guys back this way. Lewin's gonna keep going after that character, and we have another Treb here, so let's go ahead and just start nailing these guys. Pull you in here, and you guys can charge that. Lewin is going to keep hunting. And for the call-ins, do we do Knights of the Realm here? Maybe not a bad idea. You know, like Durthu being surrounded by Knights of the Realm is not a bad idea. And you guys, do we have any more light cav? We do have some, so let's keep chasing here, and you keep chasing there. Knights of the Realm, Lewin does get the pick. Now, Zotes are pretty damn good against big targets, but I think with the right amount of support, we might be able to get it. Definitely going to want to resummon my caster at some point here, but I'm happy that Durthu is just wasting, 5,000 years here against my infantry back there. All right, let's pull you guys back in. Lewin's going to go ahead and engage here. Let's pull this guy back. Let's get the Knights of the Realm coming, and Lewin can hammer you, pull you back this way. And all right, so how are we hanging? We're doing all right. Definitely want to get my Damsel back online if I can. That's going to be pretty big. We're trying to trebuchet down those guys, which is pretty hilarious. But we charge here. Are those the Wild Hunters of Karnas? They are. Okay, so we have to be uber cautious here. As a matter of fact, let's just come back and pancake these guys while we just keep killing these characters. All right. So those guys will keep shooting, and then we're going to retreat because he's got two very elite anti-large units, and my back objective is very vulnerable right now. So got to put some respect on that. I'm thinking Pegasus Knights are going to be next up on the docket. Let's get the trebuchets to start focusing down the Wild Hunters. You guys charge here, and you guys charge here while the peasant mobs go ahead and embrace in the front. We got the Shatter. So now I'm going to go for Durthu a little bit. Now we have a lot of fast cav coming this way. I have plenty of time to get back on the objectives. As long as I can keep weaseling out a value lead, I think we're golden here. All right, so big charge coming in. And now we're going to start working on Durthu. I'm going to get some like Royal Pegasus Knights, I think, to try and surround him. And these Knights of the Realm need to flee before the Zotes catch them. Okay, a little bit of lag, but hopefully that'll subside. Wild Hunters of Karnas are on their way in. We managed to get away with two of those skirmishers. Pegasus Knights are on their way, so let's go for it and get a full surround on our boy here. I wonder, we could use Pegasus Knights to also win this fight. All right, so we do crush there, and if we can get these Zotes, man, that's going to be MLG for sure. All right, so retreating back this way. Let's get, yeah, because Lewin can probably handle Durthu, I think. I don't know. It is the new and improved Durthu, right? So let's get these going, and now we can turn and fight, because we're going to get a full surround, and the Wild Hunters will be countered by the Pegasus Knights as well. So that should be very nice for us. All right, let's pull you back. Just get you guys in melee, have you run down some random stuff. We need to do some housekeeping. And yeah, you guys can actually be unsummoned here. And the Zotes are getting crushed by the Knights of the Realm and the Grail Knights. Unfortunately, I don't have my caster, which I would really like to get here. So we're going to kind of lurk nearby and call in my caster in a moment, because it did get sniped by the Wood Elf Assassins earlier. But yeah, we wreck those Zotes. And yeah, Lewin is winning his duel, which is outstanding. So where are the Wild Hunters? Are they going to be committing to the fight? I wonder. All right, so you're out. Let's get you out here. Put you in control group 1, and the Zotes do get folded up. For the lady! All right. Good start so far, and King Louis is able to bring down Big Durthu, but it's taken a lot of effort and a lot of time. Looks like some mobility's coming in here, but that's why the cheap mounted yeomen are always good, but we're going to kind of screen back there if we can. And now we can drop a little healing right here on these guys. Let's move to the middle and get these Pegasus Knights to run over here. And are we going to get a fight here? We can go ahead and charge these guys for now. Yeah, the trebuchets are shooting what at the moment? Yeah, we'll shoot these guys. Pegasus Knights can lurk nearby here. Let's get a couple spears back on the objective. And Louis, how's Louis doing? Lewin is winning his fight. Yeah, okay. Durthu, it's probably because Durthu's attacking the wrong targets. All right, so let's commit these guys to the fight too. We get some fast cab back there. And now we move up to the point, move up to the point, move up to the point. Do we have any threats here? I don't think so. Move and move. And once we get Durthu, right, it just kind of ends the game for my opponent, I think. Because they'll just be so far behind at that point, I don't think it'll matter. Lewin is insanely good. He is very, very powerful. I'm going to drop a heal here. Keep the trebuchet shooting at the scary units. Wild Hunters of Kurnus are wheeling around. I need to be careful not to lose my side objective, so I'm going to go ahead and send some spears over there, just kind of plan for the future. And Pegasus Knights, we can probably go hammer these Zotes down, and they won't be able to do anything about it. Lewin, in the meantime, just kind of keep working on the big tree. And I think we win this fight back here. I think we do. All right, so the Zotes are going to get compromised, and then the Wild Hunters are going to commit, but they're going to probably lose it because we're going to have layers and layers of charges on them, and we can awaken the wood, slow them down a little bit. All right, there we are. Very nice. Yeah, this is a game-winning play for us here. I think we just break him open. He does have the objective advantage, though, so I have to worry about that. You know, that's a little bit scary, but we do manage to fold up his backfield, and you guys are chilling here. We do get that big old fight over there. And now do I want to do anything on the backside objective? I think we just need to get capture weight heading to the middle. ASAP. Yeah, just capture weight. And do we fold up his mobility? We do. All right, so we fold up the mobility. So now we retreat back a little bit. You guys can hopefully take down those War Dancers. Retreat this way. Lewin has almost got Durthu down. I think it's worth it. You know, the leadership break, I think, is potentially very good. So we're going to go park you back there in the woods and threaten the other side objective as well. And now we can go ahead and turn about face and attack those Glade Riders. Cool. Come on, we need you to finish old Durthu. Please finish him. Please, Etiquette, I am too weak. Knights Errant, gonna run up here, and we do manage to fold up with the counterpunch here. Let's get an Earthblood going. Nice. Trebuchets have been pretty good this game. They've been focusing down his units pretty well. I have a little bit of time left, not too much, but this is why the just cheap yeomen are so good on Bretonnia. Because we're going to be able to grab that side objective. All right, so we do manage to drag down Durthu. We fold up the Wood Elf position here. So now we're ready to just go full tilt. Lance is out for the lady, baby. Yeah, Durthu is dead now. Because I think he was just attacking random stuff. You know, I don't think he was as focused as our characters were. All right, so let's get this. And charge, and charge, and charge. We're going to probably wreck this position pretty bad. Especially now that Lewin's on his way back. Although, yeah, he's just broken. So we definitely want to get the kill here. And I think we can also threaten the back objective with even more mobility. So we're just going to park here and then wait till we have all three of them there so we can alpha strike that point. All right, so War Dancers, let's get behind them. Battle Pilgrims are on the way in, and now we can charge here. Good. Lewin is able to get the kill. So Durthu is dead, and we have the trebuchet shooting. Let's just nail these guys. And now you guys move up and grab that point. And hopefully that's going to be enough. I mean, you can see the Grail Knights and Pegasus Knights are getting a lot of work done. The Wood Elf battle lines are folding. We have some unsummons we need to do, a little bit of housekeeping. Let's keep you guys on the point there. I don't know if he's planning some sort of a secret agent back cap, right? So we have to respect that. Zotes are coming in, but yeah, complete break. We got the Wood Elf formation shattered up here, which is awesome. And the King of Bretonia, he stands at the ready. You have to work so much harder with Bretonia to get wins than you do with other factions. That's one thing I've noticed. I mean, it's very rewarding when you do, but like some Chaos factions are just so unga bunga, right? Compared to this. All right. So let's get everybody to go. Lewin is going to be able to break these guys open, sort of Crone, and we're going to go ahead and surround them. I love Grail Knights too. Grail Knights have been something I've been playing a lot with, having a lot of fun. All right, so how are we looking? Do we have another Earthblood? We will soon. We got the Battle Pilgrims arriving, and to the backside, let's go ahead and call in some more Knights of the Realm just to make sure my opponent can't come back, which I don't think they can at this point. We're able to steal their side point too effectively, and yeah. We're doing it. All right, Grail Knights get in there. Peasant mobs, let's unsummon and unsummon you. I don't think we can afford to unsummon those ones. And we'll send a Grail Relic over there just to be extra uber safe. All right. So I think we win this blob fight, especially with a little healing coming in. It's going to be nice. Let's move you guys up, move you guys up, move you guys over here. And what do we got on the outside? That's it. All right, GG. Good game. Oh, man, that was a good one. It was a little sweaty. I was nervous. But the big thing that I think won us that game was two things. Number one, he let us capture his back point for free, and we had it for a long time, which gave us a ton of time to micro. Whereas if he had that captured, he could have been winning on objectives like very, very shortly. Number two, he heavily overextended with Durthu. I think just having Durthu set of the middle objective, where he can reinforce Durthu quicker, would win him the game. Holy shit, Durthu with 5,000 value. What the hell is that? What? Why did he get 5? Why did Durthu get 4,800 value? Why? What did he even do? He was just fighting peasant mobs, dude. What the hell is that? It's not like he didn't even catch anything of value. Why? I don't get it. Well, anyways, things worked pretty well. The Blessed Trebuchet, oh my god, 1,800. I'm so glad I brought that. Lewin got 3,700, but that makes sense. He killed Durthu, right? I don't know how Durthu got that. Yeah, Kugath is the strongest duelist in the game. Our Grail Knights were Giga Chads. Flock on Pilgrims, I guess? Okay. 3,300 and 2,300. So yeah, our Elite Cav were able to carry the day. That is for sure. That was a really good match, though. My opponent played well. Just slight overextension. I thought I was going to lose for a long time in that match. Yeah, I guess he just gets it. Value grows on trees these days. Yeah, apparently so. All right, so our game was pretty sweaty. But I'm happy to start off with a win. So now if we lose, it's okay. That's a good player that we just took. So I'm happy for that. And they are on the Wood Elves. Wood Elves are a very strong faction too. Still doing pretty good. All right, for the lady. And no admin work so far, so that's great. Shout out to all the players for keeping it running smooth. We have a couple games left to finish. I need to get this other Bretonian player's score fixed because they got the bye round. Hopefully I don't run into the one dreaded Bretonian mirror match. That would be really unfortunate. Pone, what's up, man? Who are you playing today? You playing Khorne, I think is what I saw. Yeah, we won our first game. This is such a big tournament. We had such a big showing today that there's a high likelihood that we will potentially have a 5th round, depending on how close it is. All right, so let's save this. The 25 more gold for peasants really showed up for Durthu. Yeah, it did. I only brought one peasant mob, though. It's not all the peasants. It's just peasant mobs got the cost increase. So yeah, there is that. Okay, so that's been fixed. Let's refresh this now. And all right, so no admin stuff. Ooh, Subuchai's playing vampire counts today. Nice. Pone on Khorne. We got some chorfs here. I think like every faction is represented today. I think everyone has a champion. It's kind of like a mini faction war sort of, which is cool. Looking around, yeah, Vampire Coast, Dwarves, Kislev. I would be interested to play Kislev. I wonder how Bretonia would fare there nowadays. Grail Knight, maybe like a heavy Grail Knight. Man, when I played Kislev and brought those Frostworms, I dunked on Bretonia so hard that one game. I would be nervous to be on the other end of that. No, Kislev isn't broken anymore. They're still a top 5 faction, though. Their win rate is 56% right now, but it's going to climb up. Once really good players start playing them, I think it will. Chaos Demons are emerging as one of the strongest factions in the meta, I would say, at the moment. Beastmen are still really good. Tomb Kings are really strong. Slanesh, Kislev, very powerful. That would be my... How does the Swiss SFT work? So you basically... Here, let me show you. So you pick one faction to play. This is the current win rate. If you guys go to Total Tavern, you can check all this out yourselves. So go to the tournament for today. We are on, where is it? Yes, here it is. Friday Warhammer Showdown. So as the tournament starts, you pick one faction you're going to play the whole way through, right? So very simplistic in that regard. And then from there, you have 4 to 5 rounds of competition. So these are the first round matchups. You find your opponent, and then when I click Advanced Swiss, it's going to generate another bracket here for your next round, which is pretty cool. A couple of people have yet to finish. Reginald Puggington versus Opal Black Bear, Sabris Regnum versus Via Anime, Fidel Flash Flood versus Surprise, and Isvar versus Subutai. So all these matches are still going. And then when you win a game, you get victory points, and whoever has the best Swiss points at the end is going to be advancing to top 4. And tiebreakers are dictated by the strength of your opponents. So if your opponent's combined wins is going to be your tiebreaker score in tandem with your leaderboard position. So if you've worked hard in tournaments and have been grinding, you get that as a second tiebreaker. But if there's like 7 or 8 people tied for 4th place, I'll probably have a playoff of some sort. And maybe if it's not a 4th round, I would have a couple of them just duke it out for the spot. We'll figure it out. Is Lady Turin part of the... we have been to that, Nathaniel. So when we used to live in Los Angeles, we went to the Lovecraft Society. Yeah, we went and checked it out. It was kind of interesting. A little storefront. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Did I miss the donation? Let me check. Did you... Let me scroll up. Oh, I see it. Battle tutorial. Turin on the TV. Building Pokemon decks. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, Pokemon was a lot of fun when I was a kid, and I'm cool to see that it's still going strong. It's a gateway into Magic the Gathering, I feel. Burritos on the way. Significant other playing WoW tonight is a good night. Hell yeah, that's the life, man. You got quite the family there. Shout out, man. All right, let's get it for the lady. So 46 people today. Wow, that's like a huge tournament. That's really big. Cool to see the scene doing well. 5.3 certainly reinvigorated multiplayer a little bit. And it is a Friday night too, so that's to be expected. So Bretonnia versus Wood Elves. I actually like that build a lot. I felt like it was well-rounded. So we're going to save that. So Bretonnia versus Wood Elves. Versus Wood Elves. The Zotes were a menace, but we caught them out of position several times. I don't have any other Bretonnia build saved. So as I play games, we're going to save some of these, right? You can see I have my Kislev builds I worked on, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in SFTs is like fine-tuning builds and then just saving them for later. Bretonnian itch is getting strong. All right, so I think that of the elite Bretonnians, I think that Grail Knights are the way. They lost freaking 800 HP, by the way, though. Pretty insane. That's a big nerf. I guess in land battle, they're really oppressive. They don't feel like it here, but they require a lot of effort to work with here, I think. 1850 and yeah, these are your 2 breadwinners. Hippogriff Knights are good against like most of the Chaos factions, just not Tzeentch. Tzeentch counters them pretty hard with all their anti-large flying and their snares and things like that and magic missiles. Yeah, Tzeentch, I think, I don't know. I need to figure out how to play that matchup. That seems like it'd be very hard. Like, because Centaurs of Tzeentch plus the plus those freaking Screamers. Man, that's a lot to deal with. I think maybe you go Royal Pegasus Knights in the Tzeentch matchup because they do magic damage and anti-large, so they'll annihilate these Screamers. But could your build beat my dreaded Mass Eagle build? No, definitely not, dude. If Pwn brought 5 Eagles, I just insta-lose, right? 5 Eagles. Yeah. Is it 400 HP? It might be 400. It was a lot of HP, though. It's pretty substantial. Okay, 2 games left to finish. We have the classic Subutai still taking his time. But honestly, we're still early in the round. We're only 33 minutes in. So the players technically have like 12 minutes to finish. I usually put a 45-minute round cap on. Good boar. Boar deer hot dog is nice. Nice. With, you talking about treating? Nice, dude. Nice. You're feasting. I get that. I like to just kick back and have my dinner and watch some streams. Watch old Grubby or Artosis going hard. Those are probably the only 2 streams I watch nowadays. Grubby and Artosis. Yeah. Artosis streams for shorter periods of time. Those get a little bit hog wild. I love it though, man. Artosis is awesome. Now, Pwn is playing Khorne today. Against Khorne, I don't know what we would do against Khorne. I don't know what we the thing is in Domination, like you don't bring the build massively changes based on the map. Whereas in land battle, like you can probably have like the same build in every on every map more or less because they're almost all the same. It's like open field with a little bit of sparse terrain. But on Dom, the map is going to drastically change the meta of your build, right? So that's why like I tend to not save a lot of builds because it just depends on the map, right? Oh yeah, the Artosis spam is hilarious. Oh yeah, watch Grubby. Oh yeah, dude, I'm a huge Grubby fan. I've been watching him forever. We were so Professor Pone and I were actually on Grubby's stream like a week ago. He posted it on his channel. There's a video of us playing that Direct Strike game with him. It was really fun. We had a good old time. All right, so let's get this. Let's see if these last two guys are done here, and then we should be started in the next round in just a moment. Is Hitman Hippo on Dwarfs today? Oh my god, I don't know how we beat Dwarves with Bertonia, now the Slayer Pirates, a bunch of other stuff, right? That's scary. Yep, so still 2 matches. No worries, we still have time. I'm happy to hang out with you guys. Always a good time. So if I were playing Dwarves, I think I would probably go Rapunzel with her banner and the Blessing of the Lady would probably be, and then I would maybe even consider doing like a Felix situation, like Felix Rapunzel on the ground to battle the Dwarves. Foot Squires are cool on theory, but unfortunately they kind of get wrecked pretty hard by blasting charges and Dwarven shooting. I think you got to open with like a chaff-centric build against the Dwarves. I think you just go with like 1,000,000 Men-at-Arms, like just crap units, right? With like Grail Reliques. Men-at-Arm polearms are actually an option against Dowie too, because they're dirt cheap and they also have AP, right? So you could do like a very wide build like this. I would even honestly straight up consider something like this with a wizard, just with like a Flock of Doomcaster. And then from there you call in Knights Errant, and then eventually you call in a Grail Guardian and maybe Hippogriff Knights if you're able to shut down the shooting. But these halberds are like 40 MD with, you know, very, very high values of armor piercing, right? What do you think about Khorne motorcycles? They're really good, and I think they're one of the contributing factors to why Demons of Chaos are climbing. The Khorne skull cannons are very powerful. I mean, their damage got an insane buff, an absolutely insane buff. So I think that you got to watch out for those. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh this and see how we're looking. Okay, so there's only one game left. It's Fidel and Surprise. Let me make sure they didn't just forget to report it. I don't think so. Suicide with the classic 1206 time posting. Yeah, it's all good. Got to make sure your faction has good matchups. That's right. Well, with 45 plus, it's hard to do. All right. I would love to play against Vampire Counts. I think that'd be really fun. Like an epic Bertonia versus Vampire Count, you know, Grail Knights versus Blood Knights battle. That would be sweet. That'd be really, really fun. Yeah, why don't Bertonia should be the one getting Glorious Charge, if anybody. Granted, that might be a little bit too busted. I mean, they got Lance Formation, which I think I do not use Lance Formation because it gives -8 melee defense. Do you know how big of a nerf that is? You're going to be taking so much damage. It is not worth the charge bonus, in my opinion. It does give you mass, which is kind of nice. Maybe I would use it if there was like a really loose formation of super crappy infantry I wanted to break, but against anything of substance, I think losing 8 melee defense is so painful. They should honestly remove that. Like, take the melee defense debuff off Lance Formation, because right now it's just such a... You don't want to do it, you know? Feels bad. It feels real bad. Yeah, they could at least give glory. If they gave Glorious Charge to Grail Knights, they might be OP. Like, because they're already a good unit, and you know they have perfect vigor. They have immune to psychology. They have ward save. I think it would be too much if you gave it to them, to be honest. Yeah. The true Bretonian. I don't think he plays anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he still plays in the Korean community, but I haven't seen him in one of our tournaments in a long, long time. Man, okay. This player's taking their time. Let me check here. All right. Let me know when done. I just messaged the player. So message me when they're done. Subutai wanted to hard counter his first opponent. No, I think we're fine. Advance the round. It's not ready yet. Yeah, they have 45 minutes. Oh, you're saying it's all done now. Okay, thank you, Pone. Thank you. Seems like its main use is for when Cav is used as a hammer and not in a 1v1. Yeah, that's a fair point. Somebody else advanced the round? Okay, good. I was just making sure nobody else did. Okay. Advancing the Swiss. And now we're loading the next round here. Old Total Tavern. It's still going strong. It's held together with sticks and glue, but it's still hanging in there. I think we might need to eventually purge all the old seasons, just to like, so it doesn't bog down as much because it's storing so much data. All right. Let me tell the goblins we're live. And we're going to go to the announcements. Round 2 is live. All right. Hey, the player we messaged, the player who's last to finish is actually who we end up playing here. That's fun. All right, let's get it. And let's see what they're playing. Round 2 is live, and the map is going to be what? The map for today is going to be Edge of the Darkwood. All right, so that's fun. Did I play the wrong map the first time around? No, we didn't. Okay, it was the right one. Edge of the Darkwood. So this is basically like Border Low Landing 2.0. It's very similar in style. Yeah. Well, the reason why Bretonnia gets nerfed is because those units are really oppressive in land battle because of infinite, essentially infinite cycle charging with no timer to really constrain their value train. In Dom, they're not oppressive, but in land battle, apparently the Grail Knights and Hippo Knights are very, very good. So, yeah. Oh, God, Grand Cathay. Ooh, how do we beat Grand Cathay? Alexander, thank you for the donation, man. All right, this is a good learning experience, so we're going to learn Trial by Fire here today. All right, so Grand Cathay. Huh. I think I have an idea here. It's a little bit risky, I think, but we're going to try it. So let's get you, and then we're going to get you too. Okay. And against Cathay, we probably want a little bit of... There's going to be a lot of cannons and a lot of firepower, probably, which is going to be very, very, very frightening indeed. Okay. So we're basically playing the human dwarves. And as far as the cab choices go, I mean, the trebuchets have always probably been a viable option against Grand Cathay, but crowmen are a pain in the butt and we'll hunt them down very effectively. Foot squires, the problem with going foot squires is Cathay shooting and their dragons are just going to annihilate your foot squires really quickly. I think you bring them in as a reserve unit would probably be my suggestion in this situation. All right, so now we need to figure out what Lord Magic we're going to bring against Grand Cathay. All right, so let's cut this. Let's cut that. We don't need any of that. Now for spells, what do we want to bring against Grand Cathay? That is not a bad spell. That one does a lot of damage. We can do that too. Hippogriff Knights are probably good late game against Cathay once the battle kind of becomes a little bit sporadic and a little bit crazy. I think you do that. Yeah, that would be my guess. Release the Yeoman. Oh yeah, for sure you're going to be using some Yeoman. All right, so Edge of the Darkwood does have that cheeky kind of back objective shenanigans, right? They have what kind of cav? Just Jade Lancers and Crowmen and whatnot. Okay, so that seems fine. So I think, yeah, we could see the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin. That could be something that we do run into here. A little bit scary. I think we bring you guys for heavy hitting because we need a little bit of stopping power. And then 1, and can we get one more of these guys? And 2. All right. Although, that is probably not the play. I think we do this, this, and this. Cheap Cav is probably going to be awesome, like Knights Errant, things like that. Call you out. And we're going to need some heavy armor piercing here, I think. Just unwashed peasant mobs for days. Cathay are basically tall dwarves. Yes, that's true. With dragons and cannons and stuff. I mean, dwarves are much stronger than Grand Cathay in my opinion, but they can still do some work. They're not helpless. That's for damn sure. Cathay is a good faction, much better in land battle because they can just basically AFK in one position and just kind of have the harmony. Here they have to be a little bit more dynamic, fight for points, things like that. All right, so I think a couple of those in reserve are good. We got the fast cav. We have you guys. And on the back objective, I mean, they're for sure going to have like Jade Warrior Halberds like everywhere, right? So I think we need to be ready for that. 200 sack of peasant mobs. Yeah, there will be peasants, I can assure you. There's going to be a lot of those bad boys. There's going to be a lot of unwashed, filthy peasants. You guys like how good my screen blocker is? Fidel, you better not be in here watching. I'll be very disappointed in you if you see my dreaded peasant archers. Okay, so 2 of those. And do we need Knights of the Realm in this matchup? No, I don't think so. Quest Knights are slightly more viable, for sure, if you're going to be doing any sort of Knight play. And Royal Pegasus Knights in this matchup, what are they good against? They're good against a couple things, probably. A lot of the mobility. They can also help with Crowmen. Royal Hippo Knights are obviously a Punisher unit as well. I don't know why I have a Fire Arrow. That seems kind of pointless. Definitely should switch that to Poison if I'm going to be doing any sort of arrow action there. Royal Pegasus Knights. So the big Terracotta Beast could be a problem. This guy definitely going to be causing some havoc. Yeah, a different playstyle for sure. But good luck, have fun. I think we're ready. Not in love with the build, but I think it will be suitable. And we can bump one of these up to this. Sweet. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's get it. I think we just cut these Haggard Peasant mobs. I think we could just get some good stuff here. All right, so what does this do? The Halo thing, it does damage. Yeah, let's get that. And for Felix, we can just get this. All right. Good luck, have fun. You want more Lord of the Rings games? Yeah, Lord of the Rings is... I mean, a Lord of the Rings Total War would be freaking awesome. I know it would have a lot of, like, familiarity. I mean, you know, orcs, elves, dwarves. We would get that over again, right? But I would still be very, very excited for Lord of the Rings. Are archers good versus Grand Cathay? Yeah, they are, actually. Yeah, tactical. You want a couple. They're vulnerable against Crowmen, which is one of the biggest issues. But aside from that, they're good at shooting Iron Hail Gunners and shooting Peasant Spears. You know, couple different things they can help focus fire with. Skirmish Cav are really good in domination mode, and because they can steal objectives, and they give a lot of utility, right? If somebody has an undefended artillery piece, just send a Yeoman Cav in there, and it's going to kill it. You know, so they give you a lot of threatening power here. Hey, Ian, thank you for the tenor, man. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So I think I'm ready. My opponent says, same to you. Okay. All right. So this build, I think, will be good. It has a couple vulnerabilities. There's some elements that could be very, very, very frightening. But overall, I think it should be strong. I should change my banner too. Oh, don't want to switch my faction. Man, look how many options they have. That's nuts. Let's do Montfort. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah, awesome. All right, Wookiee Claw. And here's the teaser of the build. We'll show you guys in a second. There you go. Sending that into my undefeated Cygor. Are you actually using a Cygor today? No, you're not. You're playing Khorne. When you bring a damsel, what are you bringing on her? So for the damsel, I literally just bring the horse mount and the spells. I don't bring anything. Like Blessing the Lady, I don't bring any of that stuff. Maybe against Wood Elves, bringing Blessing the Lady would be good, considering they like to like Arrow of Kurnus your wizards and stuff like that. But overall, I don't know. Yeah. Is Khorne considered strong? Yeah, Khorne is strong. Khorne is strong for sure. And they're only going to get stronger. Because Khorne is like a solid, you know, A-tier faction in my opinion. Like maybe A- A-tier, somewhere in that ballpark. So they're very good. And Khorne is only going to get better, man. They're going to, when they get their update, I'm sure they're going to get a, you know, just having more options makes factions more powerful, right? There's only a couple of factions that have somehow stayed the same when they get an update. Like Lizardmen have gotten several bad DLCs. Like the freaking Coatl and like Chameleon Stalkers are all like pretty terrible. I mean, nowadays, I don't know what they're like now after the patch, but nothing better than dulcet tones in the background at work. Right on, Nate. We'll get you through it. All right, so we're going the Human Vermintide. Hey, Human Archers. All right, so we got a lot of dudes. It's gonna be fun. And we have Rapunzel's ready to speak to some managers, as you can see with Felix, her new boyfriend. And yeah, so that's gonna be the battle line. We got Grail Relics to buff up the core. And then we're going to send a couple of you guys to the back objective just to make sure that's safe. And Peasant Archers, and Peasant Archers. So my idea with this build is that my opponent likely is going to be spamming cannons, and I didn't bring a healer because I'm going for like a very low quality army. Nothing is really worth healing, so I'm going to be using Urannon's Thunderbolt to nuke like Iron Hail Gunners and their elite units. And then we got the Harmonic Convergence, so. Raponce, it's time. Let's go. Nate pretending to work, that's right. Yeah, I think that, you know, pretty much so right out of college, I worked as a staff writer at a newspaper. And then I worked as an athletic director. So I've done a couple 9-to-5 jobs for like, what? Like, I don't know, until I started YouTube, like 8-9 years. And yeah, there's definitely a reality that many kind of office jobs, people don't really, like there isn't 8 hours of work so I mean, at least at the companies I worked at, you know. I think people could probably just work like 4 days a week and could work full 8 hours on those days and just get like 3 days off. I think that'd be better. Yeah. I think it'd be better for people's mental health and whatnot. All right. Yeah, second game, we won our first one. It was a really good match against Wood Elves. It was super scrappy. And now we're against Grand Cathay, which I think is a hard matchup. Dude, look how ugly this peasant is. I love it. Oh. All right. I love the Bretonian aesthetic is great. What the hell is this saying? Okay, so we got what? Peasant Spears over here? Nice. And it's going to be the Celestial General, the drum. Oh, it's a little drummer boy build. Okay, that's fun. We're going to steal the hell out of this. We got some Peasant Horsemen coming over, and I could go ahead and send a Yeoman over here to contest this. I just want to make sure I get this point. And I'm hoping that Raponce is going to be able to get the job done. We'll see. Oh, yeah, look at that damage. Oh, beautiful. Now we could just run off the point here. And what is that? That's the Astromancer? Raponce should be able to take down this guy. He's on horseback, though, so he's going to be able to dictate the pacing of the fight a little bit better. Okay. So what do we call in? Probably Royal Pegasus Knights, honestly, just to hunt this Astromancer down and make his life hell. I think is going to be the play. Okay, we want to pull you back. And what is this? Is it going to be more Peasant Horsemen? Yeah. You know what? Did we do anything funny with this? Okay, we already picked off one full Peasant Horseman, which is freaking awesome. Actually, based on the build I'm seeing, probably Royal Hippos would be better. All right, let's get here. Let's get here. Let's get you guys up there. Go contest that point a little bit. We're going to get our back point here. Hopefully, Raponce will get there to mitigate that capture. And we got these guys in the bushes. Sweet. And these fast cav can go here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slap a Harmonic Convergence down on them, although I don't think it's worth it, actually. All right, so now we have our 2 Haggard Peasant Legions ready to duke it out. We have kept them from getting that back objective. You can see the Peasant Archers are doing great. And for the call-in here, I think we just get the Trebuchet, actually. Yeah, and start like nuking down these Celestial Dragon people. This fighting in the flank's definitely going in our favor. The Valiant Peasants are holding, and we're going to run away from you. And we do start to get here and flip the capture. Oh, we have a Felix Doppelganger duel. I love it. That's fun. All right, yeah, Yeoman Archers. All right, so we got to take advantage of the mobility issues here. Are those Peasant Spears? I think they are, so we're going to need to run here. And we are, these Yeomen are doing work, by the way. All right, so let's get back a little bit. We're not in a rush to, like, jump in and fight, right, necessarily. We do get his caster down very low with the greed. Those Yeomen are doing great work. And, yeah, now the Blessed Trebuchet is going to start softening them up a little bit. We want our Felix squad to go ahead and fight. So we're going to get our Felix back, and we can get these pole arms fighting here. You guys can fight here, and we want to get our Wizard out there as well. All right, so Raponce and company should be pretty strong here, so let's retreat, get you guys back. And now we need to keep running with you, all right? And let's get this. Get some Yeomen coming over here to intercept these guys, and we need to get our Wizard out here to start doing some big bombardments. All right, so you guys engage, peasants, peasants, and peasants. Let's get you guys on the Zhangu War Drum. And awesome. So far, so good. We're hanging in there. Royal Hippo Knights are going to be our next call-in, I think. Let's get you guys there and make sure we don't like lose any weird hero dueling situations. All right, so definitely we're going to call out some Royal Pegasus Knights now to hunt down the Crowmen. And we need to go ahead and do this. Do a nasty bombardment right there. And we are going to pay the troll toll here a little bit. All right, so let's start shooting these Crowmen. One of our Peasant Archers is going to get wrecked, so let's get the Grail Reliques up here. And, ooh, that Urannon's Thunderbolt, man. That spell is so good in this matchup. All right, so let's move there. Peasant Archers are doing it, and there's going to be a little bit of nastiness. Yeah, Crowmen are getting some DACA. A little bit of stopping power on us here. Cool. And how's our artillery doing in the back? Should be doing well, shooting into these guys. And cool. So the Crows should pay the price there. How's our Felix squad doing? Our Felix squad is doing good. We have infantry and a Grail Relique on the way in. And now let's get these yeomen out here to go chase these guys down. And you guys can go, honestly, up through the woods and pressure that back objective again. We're not being pressured on the back point, which is good. And I think we're doing pretty good in this fight here. All right. Awesome. And do we have another Thunderbolt off cooldown here? Not quite yet. All right. So the Crowmen are gone. Our peasants should stabilize. They're going to run for now, but then they'll come back. And we need to get you back here to intercept those Crowmen and drop another fat Thunderbolt right on the face of these elite units here, which is going to be pretty brutal. All right, so let's target you. Let's pop the Sword of Leoness, and we want to get our flyers to hunt down these Crowmen here. In the meantime, we just go press the back objective. Let's get these halberds moving back in and see if these guys can do it. Yeah, at the very least, the Crowmen sacrifice should be going down here. All right, so we are getting a decent duel of fates here, but I think we pull back. Seems a little bit precarious. You guys are going to shoot this. And where can we go with these guys? Yeah, we can just go park on that objective for now. So Rapunzel and company are going to get back. Peasant archers, we want to keep shooting at the Jianghu War Drum. And you guys can shoot at this also. And are they going to go after the deep set artillery? We will have the big call in here soonish. So that should be pretty nasty. All right, so we're going to park here. We're going to keep working on you. We have more pole arms in here, so let's pull them to the middle. I think we're going to need them. All hands on deck. And Rapunzel and company were able to escape. So now let's drop another Uran's Thunderbolt right here. We're going to drop it right on top of that box there, and that's going to be pretty brutal. All right. I think we're winning pretty hard, right? I feel like we are. Let's get that Jianghu War Drum. Dude, oh, the Thunderbolts are just destroying this army, though. That's for sure what's winning us this game. All right, you go down there, buddy. And where did that character go? Okay, there it is. It's over there just kind of trolling around. Is there going to be any back pressure? Let's pull you back. I don't want to risk losing that back point. I feel like they're maybe thinking about rotating over there. So let's pull you back. Let's get you down here. And now what we call in is the big finisher, just to come in and just do some work. All right, so Pegasus Knights, you can chase that thing down. Make sure it doesn't cause any havoc. Pull you over here. These are Jade Lancers. Okay, so we're going to need some real stopping power to deal with them. So these guys should get the job done. Retreat you. And in the meantime, the Celestial General is pretty beat up. Felix is a little bit separated from these units. All the archer units here are getting good firepower. So we're just going to keep shooting the Jianghu War Drum. We can shoot you and actually attack you real quick as well. Yeah, let's see if we can. Jade Lancer is going to be intercepted here. And in the meantime, you guys keep focusing on this. Side objective's looking good. And when the Hippo Knights get in here, it's going to be Gotham's Reckoning. All right, so maybe we get this big bird down with the archer fire. All right, so we have another position here. We need to wait for them to stay still. Yeah, so we do catch the Jade Lancer slipping. The big bird is paying the price. And now we're going to get you guys coming in. And that is going to be a big old beating soon. All right, halberds move back in here. We do break these guys down. Let's do that. And we can take some fast cav over there to just clean that up. And now where are the Hippogriff Knights at? All right, so we got the big man in the sky. Let's go finish this thing off if we can. 1, 2, and 3. Let's put you guys in control group 5 so I can micro them a little bit easier. The Royal Knights there. Yeah, he's using Ren and Thunderbolt too, which my units aren't as good though. So for me, it's not as painful when it hits, right? It's not as bad. Okay, so you guys retreat back. A little bit dangerous there. We do manage to almost get the Jianghu War Drum down. It's elusive. It's putting the moves on me here. And it looks like there's some fast cav coming now. What can we possibly shoot? Let's shoot these Jade Warrior Halberds. Let's keep working on you guys. My opponent does have the objective advantage. We're going to go ahead and park you in the tree there and then keep shooting from here. And the Hippogriff Knights back up in the sky. Let's get the Empress's Crowmen. And now we engage here. And we can do a little Thunderbolt action right there, hopefully. All right, so the big birds need to go there. You have successfully routed them off. Let's come back here and clean this up. In the meantime, Crowmen on the way over. So we're going to retreat here. And then when the Crowmen land, we're going to just countercharge and kill them. So that should be pretty good. All right, so Felix's and company need to bounce over here. We do get our Royal Knights to just get a big punishing charge on the Empress's Crowmen. Let's move you guys towards the back objective. And now let's call in some just capture weight, I'm thinking. So some cleaning units. Yeah, the Foot Squires now can probably be effective, I think. Ah, that's not good. All right, so let's go ahead and attack here. How are these guys doing? Hippogriff Knights cleaning up shop. We do manage to get those Crowmen offline. So let's charge them with these guys to really finish the job. Up in the sky, what do we want to do? We could just use Harmonic Convergence on these big boys, and let's call in another Foot Squire. I think we have plenty of time. The back objective, I've been very conservative with it, so I think that's going to be all right. And you guys are going to head to the back point here. Felix and Rapunzel and company have done their job, and Grand Cathay is looking very beat up now. Although, man, these Pegasus Knights, how do they take so much damage? Goodness gracious. All right, so let's get our big boys. I think we could just win a big fight here, right? I think so. He has halberds coming in. Maybe. Those halberds are broken. The trebuchets have been doing work. I think we win this fight. Because Rapunzel's buff is pretty insane, yeah, and we have the biggins over here for sure. We could just blitzkrieg this objective. We don't even need to really be tactical about it. Although, let's just shoot them a little bit first to soften them up. You guys charge into the back of those units. And are we safe on the side? It looks like we are completely safe on the side objective. And yeah, this is too much, right? Like, Hippogriff Knights with stat increases from Rapunzel is going to be just too jacked. All right, let's get some more fast cav up here. Oh, sneaky. Okay, he got his bird back there. It's fine though. Who cares? We're gonna break him open here. Yeah, we managed to get Felix, and it looks like the Celestial General did die as well. So this is just over at this point. Yeah, I don't see any chances that these guys have. All right, so we're gonna do this. We got the back objective here, so let's park everybody on that point. And for the lady, I guess. Yeah, round 2. It's a nice one. It is a nice one indeed. That is an early lead. Yeah, we went up to a pretty big lead early, which was definitely nice. The halberds are good, but they will fold very quickly to our wrath here. All right, let's retreat back. Get you guys forming ranks here. Let's get you coming across. So what we do is we just get a full surround on these halberds. We get Felix and the character squad in there to cause a little bit of havoc. Foot squires are a very good counter against Celestials as well. So let's do this and get you coming over here. Looks like the Crummen are hunting my character, which is funny. And we'll get you on the side. Foot squires coming up, and yeah, we can actually have you stabilize this character here. I think is fine. Yes, my lord. All right, let's come over there. The big birds are going to intercept that thing. Should start killing it pretty quickly. And now we can drop a fat Urandan Thunderbolt. So check this out. This is going to be Gotham's Reckoning right here. If he doesn't move, that's going to be really painful. Oh, there it goes. Drop it like it's hot. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice. Okay, unfortunately, my caster finally did get hunted, so we paid the price for that. And what do we want to call it next? I'm not sure. Looks like there's still some haggardness kind of chilling over here. Yeah, you guys come this way. Looks like we were able to crush down the Crowmen, and Rapunzel is really, really good against these type of fights. To the Harmonic Convergence as we get hunted by the bird character here. And those guys do get crumbled. Great. So from here, it's just over. We got the triple cap. Like, they're going to trickle in units, but it's not going to be able to do anything, really. See, that bird character is hunting us pretty well. Let's call in the Pegasus Knights again. I do like the Royal Pegasus Knights. I think they're a pretty cool unit. Men-at-Arms are doing it, and let's call you guys back across for some rear charges and whatnot. The Zhangu War Drum is going to fall now. We should be able to kill that thing. Take it offline. No pressure on the back objective, so we're looking pretty solid back there. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping on these tattered units. And now we kill the War Drum. It must pay the price. All right, unsummons. We could unsummon a couple of our mobility units. Probably unsummoning you is probably worth. And you guys can just do God knows what. Go run interference, do your thing. Foot squires get in there, and we do take down the War Drum now. So now it's time to just switch over to this character. But yeah, the Wizard was a big clutch piece. 1400 value on the Urandan Thunderbolts against the Celestial Dragon Guard was very, very good. He's very strong. I would actually be slightly more concerned about a gun line. Like Iron Hills, things like that, but I don't know. I don't even know what you would do in this matchup. Like what the, oops, did not make a Archer. Archers were okay. They gave me a little bit of pressure early on. But yeah, this is just a rout at this point. Mainly just a couple Bretonnians on the battlefield still, but it's looking pretty bleak. We got the side objective, we got the triple cap, and yes. We gotta teach them this lesson again. All right, Hippogriff Knights, let's move you up. We don't have healing for them. Oh, that's the Bird Vortex. Okay, that's what that is. The Royal Pegasus Knights. Man, that Astromancer is hard to kill, though. He's gotten 2,300 value. He's been the big breadwinner for this faction for sure, or for these guys, this game. Okay, let's just keep running a little bit of screening there. We could even sacrifice one of them. You know what? I'm not going to sacrifice any noble sons and daughters of Bretonnia here. We're going to pull him back. All right. Why does turn? Well, I'm thrown in front of the Outer Region Steamroller. Yeah, Outer Region's not easy. He's a tough opponent. All right, guys, GG, another win. I'll take it. So we had good answers, right? We had the anti-infantry Felix and Rapunzel combo. We had the Trebuchets, which probably did pretty good at 800. Hippogriffs 3,000. Pegasus Knights dominated the skies. We played the back objective well. Despite all of his rage, he still just rat in a cage. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, good game. It was a good match. Let me say GG to my opponent. And we'll continue on. So two for now is good. As long as our opponents keep winning from here and getting good tiebreakers, we have a decent chance at top 4. Definitely not bad. And where are we? So Bretonia, and then Fidel was on Grand Cathay. All right. Look set, and there we are. The bird was hard to catch, it was. Feel bad sending my units to screen and tabletop, especially if I make up lore for them. Yeah, like peasants go get run over and annihilated, but yeah, it's like it's probably how it was in history, right? You know. Yeah, they would send the chaff in. Cool, so pretty good progress on the round. It looks like most people are finishing their games pretty quickly. We had somebody drop, which is fine. And yes. So far, undefeated players, myself, Solasora, Jukasan, Outer Region, Hitman Hippo still only has... Okay, they haven't finished their game yet, but they're playing Subutai. That's got to be sweaty as hell. Alexander says, turn, forgot to write. Donation, could you shout out my mate? Yeah, let's see here. Let me read this real quick. Forgot to write this. Shout out to your mate Cleo. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. Hope things get better for you, bud. We're here for you. Hopefully we can help take your mind off things. And we are waiting for the next round here. I'm gonna go grab some water, and we're gonna get it going. How's the top seed Professor Pone doing? The GOAT? Well, clearly he's undefeated. He's never lost a game before. Looking at Professor Pone here. Yeah, we're on Bretonia. Yeah, we're 2-0 so far, which is great. Yeah, Pone he's 1-1 right now. So he lost his first game and won a second one. So the GOAT is still in the competition. Yeah, the practice paid off, but you know the thing is, so I played a couple games with Martin last night. He beat me 3 times, and I only beat him once. But I hadn't played Bretonia in a while. He definitely, the beatings I took last night were very helpful in teaching me how to play Bretonia again. I kind of like got a feeling for what was good and what was bad. I think questing knights are disappointing in general. Like, I think if you're going to go that route, you might as well just get Royal Hippo Knights because they're so much more impactful. And their damage output stays longer because they have 12 models with a ton of individual HP, right? Whereas questing knights rapidly lose DPS as they lose models. I mean, they are half the cost, I guess. Hard to say. Yeah. GG's Fidel. Yeah. Your rest is very thick. You played well. Grand Cathay... Bretonia really hates cannons. Cannons are really obnoxious against Bretonia. I think as Grand Cathay, you're going to want to get some cannons. I know you went with the Jongu build, but I don't even think it's that good because Bretonia can bring the what I brought and just kind of cut through the Celestial Dragon Guard. If I were playing Grand Cathay against Bretonia on that map, let's see how we would build. So Celestial General is pretty badass. I do like him. He's pretty disruptive. Probably would go with, honestly, just a Jade Warrior line out of the gates. Right? From here, you can bring like I don't know, a Grand Cannon, and then bring like a second one in reserve. Your Crowmen were good. I definitely think they're very annoying, so get a couple of those. You're gonna want some Jade Lancers, some Peasant Horsemen. Seitang is also another really viable choice. He's super obnoxious. Like, he can snipe my characters. He can snipe, like, if you want to go really hard, you could totally do something like this. And then I do like the Astromancer. I think he's a good Lord Magic against the Bretonians. So you just do your Uranus Thunderbolt. You can take the Cloak of Pome, and just, honestly, even on foot, he's fine. You can have him waddle on foot with your army. Are my LCD Ammons still farming value? They're good. I mean, they're not like, God tier or anything, but they can hang. Then, yeah, I do like your pick of Celestial General, though. I thought that was quite good. So you could just put him on horseback like you did. Lord of Grand Cathay. The only thing you really take on him is maybe Brass Cleaver and Celestial Sweep, right? Bro called me Martin. Sorry, Harrison. Jesus. I don't know why. You guys both are Chaos players. Harrison, you and Martin both play the same factions, and I play with you guys all the time, so you got to forgive me there. All right, so then here we got this, and do we want to get like a couple of cheap spears to hold the side objective out of the gate? Probably. Yeah, like the build like this would be pretty damn strong against Bretonia. And then you want to get Righteous Lances of Wei Jin. They're pretty damn good. They can take on the Pegasus Knights. And, yeah. And then you have a second cannon in reserve. You got a lot of stopping power. From here, I mean, yeah, a couple halberd units probably aren't going to hurt. And then just like a Peasant Spear. This is like what I would consider bringing, like the style I would play, right? Because you have tons of anti-cav. You have anti-infantry with these. I think you're going to be fine. It's interesting how different Bretonia performs in land battle versus Dom. Yeah, they're both, I mean, definitely Bretonia is probably better in land battle. Hence the reason they got nerfed, because it's not just me giving feedback to, Creative Assembly. there's also folks who do land battle and land battle creators who are in the Discord with them and, you know, giving them feedback. So CA does a pretty decent job at trying to balance both formats. And yeah, honestly, the nerfs Bretonnia got suck, but I don't think it's like backbreaking. They still are a low tier faction in Dom, but that's not to say you can't win. All right, so where are we at? Okay, only one game left. Wow, what a solid run of players today. No, why bows against Bretonnia are like not very good. Satang is going to be able to snipe characters, and then the cannon can kill the cav. Astromancer and the Jade Warriors and the General can handle the infantry. You know, Crowmen help rip apart infantry too. You can play the mobile game with Righteous Lances. You know, the cannons are really what does it for you, I think. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water. All right, folks, let's see if our next round game is ready. I think it should be in a second. Where are we looking? And, okay, yeah. Pone should sue Turin for slander since he never wins any games. Pone does win games. He just won his last one. Come on now. All right. Grombrindle versus Stinger. So that's a good one. We got a lot of good matches here today. This is good. Yeah, Outer Region coming in. What is he playing? Outer Region's probably playing the sweatiest, most broken faction. Let's see. That would be my guess. Should be fine. All good so far. Oh, no response still? Okay. So just checking. Grombrindle says his opponent didn't show up. They might have showed up late, hence the reason why the match is taking a little bit longer. Okay, so we have probably a minute here. I think they're playing their match. Cool. So yeah, I think Raponce is like the go-to against like any dwarf light faction, right? Like so dwarves, Cathay, anyone with like armored infantry. Outer Regions on Kislev. Okay, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Cannon much better into cav than cranes usually. Yeah, crane gunners I don't like. They're too vulnerable. If a crane gunners are like they kind of have such a range that they can be compromised by yeomen and things like that, right? Because Bretonnia will usually have the mobility advantage against Cathay, so I think that having a cannon just defended by, you know, in your spawn area is going to be way harder for them to stop. I want to see a vampire counts update. Yeah, when are they going to get an update? They'll probably have like a big, they have to be doing the big bad boy of Warhammer Fantasy Nagash, right? Like at some point there has to be a big undead update. I think that would be the way to do it too. You have a Nagash update and it's all the undead factions, right? You have Coast, you have Counts, and you have Tomb Kings because they're all affected by that. So I think that would be a super cool update. Maybe like Halloween next year. How awesome would that be if we got like a triple update for the 3 undead factions at once? Yeah, Crane Gunners fold up pretty quickly. They do indeed. Tzeentch has a solid roster in general. Yeah, Tzeentch is really good. They have like top tier infantry. They're really good ranged. Some of the best magic in the game. They're very good. Very, very good. All right, how we looking? Yep, still playing their game. They got time though. Everybody else finished really quickly, so it's only fair. Cetra is very good. Cetra is definitely one of the best. And it's not even because Cetra is good, it's because the mount is really, really OP. The Khemrian War Sphinx, even after nerfs, I think is a little bit overtuned. Its attack animations do so much damage. For its cost, it's just so good. Look at this lobby, Kugath Feet Lovers. That's pretty good. I like that one. Yeah, there's some good names here. Those are great. Nope, we don't want to quit the game. I really like that you can now go into AI matches and you can play against AI in domination mode, which is cool, but it lets you explore the maps. Before you had to have a player to load in with, but look how many maps we have on the map pack. It's insane. Our community has done such a cool job. And like so many of these maps are really competitive, you know, viable, which is outstanding. Yeah, the collision meta. Yeah. Let's see here. Do I hate on my lobby? Is that you, Bob? Is that prediction on the DLC release? I would probably guess sometime in December, obviously. Yeah. Which is great, you know. Big holidays update. I think that's pretty fun. I'm gonna try and work with old CA to get the let me see here. Sounds good. Cheers. Okay. Let's refresh this. See what's cracking. Put 9 chevrons on a Dreadquake? No, dude. Every time I try Dreadquakes, I get like really excited, and then it just like it gets like 800 value and like kills like 3 of my units. I'm just like, oh. I don't know how you fix the Dreadquake, honestly. It's just so destructive and slow firing, and it's so easy to dodge. Like, it's kind of the same problem Queen Bess has. Any chance you're doing a legendary playthrough? Kind of tired to see your old... You're still watching the Warhammer 2 campaigns? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I don't know. Campaign doesn't do it for me too much. I could maybe be persuaded. I don't know. There's a game coming out that... Let me find it here. Oh, sorry for the jump scare there. Jesus. It's called Thrive. Heavy Lies the Crown. It's like a city builder RTS game. So you like build a city, and then there's it looks like Manor Lords with PvP. It just came out, I think, like 2 days ago on the 4th or 5th. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a stream of that tomorrow, which, you know, I like Manor Lords, but I just wanted PvP. And if that has PvP, then that's pretty sweet. I shall. Okay, cool. Yeah, the jump scare there. I was trying to open up the trailer. I'm watching like 30 minutes behind. Ah, no worries, Tommy. Yeah, it was good stuff. You'll see this message in the future. Say hi to your future self. All right. Yep, Grombrindle and Stinger still playing. I think one of them showed up late. Okay, we got to put... Now is the moment. So I'm playing in a tabletop tournament tomorrow, and I'm trying to get Subutai to go play with me. He lives like 20 minutes away from the store. And he's trying to get out of it. Come on, Subutai. I just asked him. This is the final moment. I'm like, are you in for tomorrow? All the pressure's on. Manor Lords does not have PvP. He says he's on the fence. Oh. Okay. Okay, so they just finished. Come on, Subutai, don't disappoint me. Everybody here is rooting for you. Okay, so we're in the next round now. Just need to refresh the brackets, and I'm good to advance it. The ROR Immortals and the Chorefroster. The only matchup I would consider using them in would probably be Vampire Counts or Khorne. Aside from that, no, probably not. Okay, let's advance the Swiss. Okay. And now we have our next matchup. All right, awesome. So we have another undefeated player. And let's get this. Round 3 is ready. Good luck, have fun. All right, so let's get our lobby set up, get our next opponent here. So far, really good run. I'm super happy. Like, even if we lose our next couple games, like, I'm very happy with those first 2 games. Solus Sora. All right, awesome. Now let's see what they're playing. I don't know what they're what schemes they're up to. I think we're on the Arachnarok layers this round's map. Yeah, so this is more of a brawler map. I wouldn't say it's very good for Bretonia, although I don't know. They can kind of grind in the pits down there with the Rapunzel builds. They have very, very good staying power, for sure. Fae Enchantress is also someone I haven't used today, so maybe the Fae will make an appearance with her Mortis engine. Yeah. Yeah, Chore for Mortals are rarely brought. Same with, like, really elite expensive infantry are unfortunately just countered so hard in this game. It's funny, it's just like that in tabletop. It's like you bring a unit of, like, Black Orcs with, like, you know, a great weapon, you're like, hell yeah, and then they just get, like, hit with a fireball and you lose, like, 6 models. You're like, oh. You know, it's the same thing in tabletop. Bring me to my Fae Double Paladin. Those are the old ways. Dark Elves. Yeah, Dark Elves are pretty good. Okay, so we got a scary fight on our hand. Yeah. So Wookiee Claw's here. And the Dork Elves are upon us. The Dorks have arrived. Okay. So let's go ahead and get all you guys. Yeah, I think that's fine, more or less. Yeah, I like that. Cool. So against the Dork Elves, what do we need to worry about? Is Rapunzel the way in this matchup? She gets wrecked by dragon characters, though, so we need to watch out for that. That's very, very scary, so I don't think we want any piece of that. Yeah. That Kid of Spells looks good. Dark Elves have been crushing it this season. I don't know what is going on with them, but they have just been doing super well. Did they get some buffs that I kind of overlooked? I think they might have. All right. Yeah, they are definitely doing extremely well this time around. All right, so from here we can get you and you. Just a little bit of this, a little unga bunga. Will the Green Knight make an appearance? Probably not in this matchup. There are some matchups I would bring Green Knight. I would bring him against like Ogre Kingdoms and against Greenskins, but not here. Yeah. All right. So as far as the Cav go, Knights of the Realm are okay, but the problem is Coldwood Knights really counter you pretty effectively. So I'm not an enjoyer of that. I think like a single Grail unit is probably okay, maybe in reserve. As far as the infantry game goes, yeah, Battle Pilgrims are feasible. They definitely do a decent job on the old bump and grind. And we can call out, let's see, we can call you out. 2 of those. I think we bring one of you guys, and then we have enough money for what else? Yeah, gonna need the human tide. The human vermin tide is the play. All right, awesome. Coldwood Knight's got a sizable buff in 5.3. Dark Elf's biggest bane is heavy cav. I don't think that's actually true in the hands of good Dark Elf players, because Coldwood Knights can fight off heavy cav pretty effectively. And on top of that, they got buffed, and they have repeater crossbows. Like if you overextend, if a Dark Elf player just goes wide with just chaff and then dark shards, repeater crossbows, and Coldwood Knights, and like a cheap lord, your heavy cav are going to get shredded. Dark Elves are actually, I think, reasonably good against heavy cav. But you still want to bring them, but you just have to use them very carefully. Otherwise, you're going to have a battle time. Questing Knights, I don't know how I feel about Questing Knights in this matchup. The Holy Wardens are a little bit vulnerable. Dread Spears are also cheap. Yeah, very solid for, yeah, they are. They're a pretty good unit. The old dreaded Dread Spears, I do dare say. Let's call you guys in, and what else do you want to get? Another polearm. These guys are expendable. The polearm boys are expendable, which feels kind of bad. You gonna take that? That's right. Yeoman in this matchup? I think so. I think we want to weasel in a couple of those bad boys. Then we can get you upgraded to this. Yeah, he does have harpies, which I'm not too concerned about. Let's get peasant mobs. Every time I play against Dark Elf, I bring heavy cav in the main build, and it always works. It depends on who you're playing against. I know this player is very good at Dark Elves. I mean, I do bring heavy cav, but the meta for Bretonnia has always been to bring cav in reserve, not your starting build, because it's just too easy to adapt to if they see it right away. And plus, your infantry need to get up to the point, right? Last time I tried to go heavy cav against like a top Dark Elf player, and this player, who was it? Was it Hadries, or was it? It was somebody who was top 8. It was rough. Like they were able to counterpunch very effectively. They had I think it was Marathi with her anti-large debuff aura when like Coldwood Knights defending a Dark Shard infantry line of like Corsairs and Dread Spears. It was really tough. Yeah, it was very, very tough. I'm always amazed Empire didn't get like 100 DLCs as far as its popularity. Yeah, Empire's very popular. They still haven't gotten their update in tabletop yet, but hopefully soon. We love a Friday Warhammer tournament. Yeah, it's always a good time, Connor. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Also, Blackguard. Yeah, Blackguard are decent. I'm not too worried about Blackguard, though. There's options for them. You know, that you can just shoot them with arrows, trebuchets. As you saw last game, it's fairly easy to kill boxes. Not easy, but boxes can be punished by Bretonnia. With the right Lord Magic, as well as trebuchets and foot squires, you can get through boxes. Although land battle's harder. Land battle is much harder because the box is extremely tight. Whereas here, they have to cover a couple points, right? Yeah. It is a different beast. Yeah, Dark Elves are good. They're a very high skill cap faction, I think. Dark Elves are powerful. They're currently number 3 or 4 on the win rates. I think they have like almost a 60% win rate right now after some of the buffs they got in 5.3. So clearly people are doing well with them. Yeah, I've been doing good, Alexander. Thank you, man. Hope you're doing good as well. Yeah. All right. Yeah, ogres are doing good too. I don't know. They didn't even get any buffs, but I think ogres are just the case of like a couple good players playing them and being very good at the game. Yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's have some fun, and let's see if we can win this game. So I went pretty wide with Fae, but I don't have paladins actually. So it's just a very wide build that's going to be looking to contest ground and not give good targets for their elite armor shooting, right? Squires! For Bretonia! If we can get like a triple cap out of the gate, that would be freaking sweet. Alright, so we're going to get like the pole arms and chaff units in the middle. We're going to send the foot squires down the... We're going to take them down the flank here. Alright, so let me set these guys up here, like so. Awesome, and we have a couple foot squires just in case Corsairs exist, right? Well, they do exist, obviously. And let's get these archers at the ready, General. So archers, archers, and archers. You gotta love it. Fae Enchantress is gonna be here. And then these guys are gonna go try and ninja this point real quick, see if they can. Alright, so very wide. Isn't this the map where you lost? Yeah, it is actually. I lost, but that build was, I was just completely going off the chain with that build. That wasn't like, this is a more serious attempt. That was just like seeing if Frostworms were OP enough to beat something that counters them. So yeah, I think we are... Frostworms seem really good, but I don't know. They're definitely good against big things, but if they go small like this, I don't know. I outnumber my opponent. That's always a good thing, right? In the history of military, we do outnumber them. The Grail Reliques are at the ready, and we have our troops ready to kind of secure. If we can get a nice triple cap out of the gates, that would be freaking sweet. And let's get you going over here. Oops, forgot to control group them properly, so that feels bad. We got Marathi. Yeah, very wide. So, like, how do I get through this with Cav, right? You just don't. You just don't. Okay, so let's get you guys moving up here. And you guys can move back here. We got the Fae versus Marathi. I don't think I'm going to get this point. I think he's going to push me off. We'll see. Really, a Melkos on a skirmish Cav? Okay, I'm happy about that. Let's see if we can capture this objective. Nice, we get it. Okay. So that's a very nice start for us. And then from here, we could call in more units to contest that, but the Dark Shards will probably get them, but I think it's not a bad idea, actually. Just, I'm going to be playing more Infantry Bretonia for now until the late game, and then we're going to party. Dark Shards, in theory, do get countered by my archers, so that's nice. We do get the objective, and Bleak Swords get the Power of Darkness put on them. Okay. Awesome. And do we want to send... I think we save up for like one cab unit just so we have some mobility to kind of maybe play the side a little bit. All right, so let's get you guys, start shooting here. You guys to start shooting here, and we're going to get you engaged. And looks like Marathi's going to be doing some witchcraft there. So let's form ranks, do this, and let's get these foot squires coming up through the side here. Meanwhile, the Chalice of Potions is going to be on its way over soon. All right, so let's get you guys over there. We form ranks. Let's get these halberds in there. And we're going to go ahead and get the Fae Enchantress to drop a Chalice of Potions right here. Cool. In the meantime, it looks like we're getting Melkost again. No problemo, but that Chalice should hit pretty hard if he's not paying attention, which it does not look like they are. Nice. So that's going to be brutal. Oh, feels good. Feels good, man. All right, let's get Marathi in there. And yeah, we got our Battle Pilgrims coming over here all in due time. And let's call in some Cav here. Let's get some of these just like standard Cav pieces. And foot squires are going to be engaging here. Let's get these foot squires around the back. We have 2 archer units down for now, so let's go ahead and start focus firing this one as we retreat here. And we're going to go hammer this unit down, although there is a fair amount of nastiness over here, so we probably need to retreat these spears. And the Fae Enchantress did get some decent damage on Marathi, but now we need to retreat back, get these archers back, and hope that we can do our thing. All right, so value trading is going okay. It's a little bit hard to tell. We do get slapped by Melkos, which feels bad. But we do have some speediness coming in here, yes. Retreat, get these spears coming across, and do we have anything we want to call out here? A Grail Knight would probably be the next like ideal call-in. Let's get you here, and get you here, get you guys here, and outstanding. So in the middle, we're actually grinding surprisingly well, and we might be able to steal that bottom objective, which is freaking awesome. So let's get you guys and get these cav moving in here now. Now that we have the Fey Enchantress in here, I feel a little bit more confident in this fight. So we're going to go ahead and drop a heal here, do a little bit of this, and just keep kind of trying to focus down those dark shards if we can. Yeah, Coldo Knights did some really, really big damage there, man. That was actually quite savage. Fey Enchantress, how you doing? I think we awaken the wood on this blob here. Hurt those guys a little bit. Let's get these polearms moving in to help out too. They're fighting in our territory, which is a big win for us. And the Grail Reliques are going to continue doing their thing, while the Foot Squires are also trading very, very well. So, calling this, let's get the big heavy hitters out, and they're going to be able to probably take down these Cold One Dread Knights back here. Fey Enchantress is trading reasonably well against Marathi. Let's get you running down that way, and we do manage to steal the side objective, which is outstanding. So that's going to give us a lot of cushion to value trade here with our fast cav. And I think now we're going to be just fine. So Marathi versus Fey seems to be going okay. Marathi is a good fighter, but the Fey Enchantress is also a decent fighter. Cool, so let's get up here. We have another Chalice of Potions now, so we need to nuke another one of these units. Let's do this. And we're going to go ahead and drop another Chalice right here, right on the heads of these really bunched up Dark Shards there. All right, great. So Peasant Archers are back online. Let's get you guys coming over here. And the Grail Knights have done well, so we're going to use them to kind of sweep up all this trash from our backfield. Bleak Swords, I think we get to the middle. On the far side objective, we're going to call in some Battle Pilgrims just to make sure we have some staying power here. And we do have both objectives right now, which is great. All right, so the Yeoman Archers stand at the ready. And the Grail Reliques, we can honestly get them in combat here, which is going to be funny. We're keeping the Battle Pilgrims there. And now that the battle is very chaotic, Grail Knights do get hammered by something, though. I don't know what's hurting them. Is it really just all Melkos? I guess so. Okay, thankfully we have heals, though, so we're not helpless. Let's call you guys in, go chase down some Dark Shards back here, and we're going to go ahead and take our mobile archers and go... Oh, he does have Cold One Knights back there, actually. We got to watch out. That's actually a little bit scary. All right, move in there. You guys shoot here. Battle Pilgrims head down there, too. We probably need you guys to stabilize that point. Let's get these spears moving up. And the Fae could awaken some wood as well. All right, let's awaken the wood. Oh, no. It's like lagging, so I misclicked. Okay, good. It canceled it. All right, let's do this. Get you guys on the Dark Shards here. Outstanding. And really, Soul Stealer is what's been doing it. Okay. I'm actually okay for this fight, though. I think that's fine. Let's get you guys right there. Get the Battle Pilgrims coming up. Like, Marathi does not want to be fighting Grail Knights, that's for sure. Although Cold One Knights are on their way back in. All right, so a couple Halberd boys. Let's move them in. Let's get you guys back this way. Dark Shard lines are doing well. I am being outvalued, but I do have healing. Remember this. I do have the healing. All right, so you guys have done it. And the Grail Knights should be able to finish off these Cold One Knights. Especially with a little bit of healing. They have 32 models still, which is good. So we have the Pilgrims holding the backside objective. Do we just go sweep through the middle? I think those Cold One Knights are a little bit too comfy there. So we got to watch out for that. Let's get you guys doing this. Battle Pilgrims move up. And we do have the Fey Enchantress still doing her thing. So let's move you around this way. What do we possibly call in next? It's pretty hard to deal with those guys. I think we just call in a sweeper unit to just kind of take out all the trash down here. You guys fight there, and you guys can come over the top, go hunting a little bit. Now we have some opportunities to maybe dive here. We're going to see how this goes. Let's get the Battle Pilgrims moving up this way. And the Grail Knights, where did the Grail Knights go? Yeah, that's right, I moved them back here. All right, so you guys do this. So you guys come under here. Let's get on top of these Dark Shards and get on top of these Dark Shards here. Meanwhile, we probably need to get you away. All right, so on the bottom, how are we looking? Probably need to call in some speedy boys, although I think we win with the Battle Pilgrims down there. Especially if we can get that Grail Relic down there. That would be very, very nice. As it currently stands, we have a lot of Dark Riders down here, so maybe we can break them open. We'll have to see. Do you manage to get on top of some of the Dark Shards? Down here, we do have some Cav coming back, which is nice. And let's go ahead and drop a fat heal right here for the team. Okay. Now, what can I get going here? So you guys are going to shoot. Let's call you guys in to hammer these guys down. The side objective here, I think, is going to go for us. So we need to just try and win one of these flanks here. I don't think there's any way I can really punish Marathi too heavily, sadly. Let's get you doing this. Grail Knights are going to pull back a little bit. And these are what? Dark Riders? Okay, let's hammer those Dark Riders. That's going to be a nice charge there. And just more Knights Errant. Knights Errant are pretty cheap, pretty effective, honestly. So I think we just call them in. Get the job done. The Melkos have been very good against us. That's like very meta, of course. That bottom objective is going all right. And it looks like the Grail Knights are still in a decent position. Marathi's actually potentially going to have problems here with the Fey Enchantress and company. Drop another heal on the Grail Knights. Keep them online. Dark Shards in the middle. We need to get you guys to just run them on down. Yeah, the side is looking dodgy too, though. He's got a lot of stuff. The value is close-ish, though, right? And I think we're breaking him open pretty hard on this side. We're getting a lot of good engagements here. Do we have any more cheap cav we can call out? Not really. So I think we just got to get capture weight heading to the middle now. It is what it is. And we do get that nice flank charge here. And these 2 cav units can come and just try and run these units down. Fey Enchantress can awaken the wood on the blob. So now I have been out-capped on the objectives, which sucks. But I feel as if the Druki are running out of steam a little bit. Like, looking around, I think I can maybe sweep up and get the middle and the side here. Okay, so you guys have done good. Let's pull you back this way and get away from all that. Marathi, of course, still a menace. And do we call Pegasus Knights out? That is the question. All right, so Faye is doing it. We do get our archers there. Let's get them up here to shoot these guys. Anything we can do on this side? There's a lot of spears over there, and the Battle Pilgrims are folding. Let's pull you guys back ever so slightly. Looks like we're finally going to break through this position. Those guys are almost offline. We don't have any yeomen. We could call in basic archers. Trebuchet here is kind of useful, I guess. All right, so let's get these like cheap cav to just chase those Dark Riders while we keep our more expensive cav like at the ready. And how much time do we have? We have a bit. It's still pretty early in the game, right? So if we can just keep grinding, I think we'll get there. All right, so let's call in you and you. Just more infantry, more goodies to get up on the point. Knights Errant can come and Space Jam slam these guys. Let's get you guys up there. Now we have a couple of these guys on the backside and potentially some opportunities to snipe those Dark Shards, right? The Holy Wardens should be very good. Okay. So we break their backs there. So now let's head to the middle and try and resecure that objective. I could call in a Trebuchet, but his mobility advantage is he's doing pretty good in the mobile game, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So let's keep chasing. Let's get you guys up. And yeah, we got you guys coming. We can have you guys grab this and get one of these little weasels down there to go hunt that Dark Shard unit. And cool. So that's going to be captured. Fey Enchantress is definitely going to be a problem. Start shooting some of the Cold One Knights. Turn around and get the Cold One Knights, and you guys get those Dark Shards offline. And I think just sending like kind of crap house infantry like around the map is going to be a good idea. Make it harder for him to kind of contest all the points. All right, so down you go. Fey Enchantress is a little bit surrounded, so I got a little bit crazy with that. Let's get you guys doing this. We do get on top of the Dark Shards there, so they're probably going to fold, I would imagine. The Grail Knights are back in business, but not by much. They are certainly in the danger zone. Okay, so we get some Cold One Knights down here. Should be able to defeat them, right? Should be able to. Let's get these guys to fight the Dark Riders. You shoot this, you shoot these guys, you chase here, and the Fey Enchantress can also help there too. All right, so can we stabilize this? I think we flip? Oh, we haven't flipped the bottom objective. That's actually really bad. What can we get down there that's quick? Unfortunately, most of our cav units are on the field right now. We're just going to send a Foot Squire. We got to start playing the long game for the objectives. The Fey Enchantress is getting some good grinding in. And we're going to get the Grail Knights to come in and help with Marathi. Archers keep shooting. Fey will get through those eventually. We do have more and more units coming on every angle, but it is getting a little bit danger close in the objective game. The fact that we didn't flip this low ground objective is probably a game-losing play for us, potentially. Yeah, probably is. All right, let's get the Fey over there. Do we get Pegasus Knights being called in? Like, what's the plan? Don't know. I feel like we're in a losing position. That is for sure. I mean, I'm down in value. With healing, it's probably pretty damn close, to be honest. I would say. Yeah, Marathi's still being very disruptive. Oh, the fact that we didn't flip that's really bad. That's really, really bad. I guess we needed to play maybe the anti-large game a little bit more, I guess. Could call in some Yeomen for quick capture weight, but is that really going to make a difference? We have the Fey and company doing it, and the Holy Wardens are grinding. Spears are also here. Just so many units across the battlefield. Fast cav, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of desperate. Let's just get some speed down there. Have them, you know, put a little bit of focus fire down, and maybe you guys can finish this off. Here we got Fey Enchantress versus Marathi. It's going to be a losing situation because I don't have spears next to me. Here we get you guys doing this, and what can we possibly get over there? Just infantry, I guess. It's all we really have to call in. I think I went a little bit too infantry heavy this game, and it's going to cost me. Yeah, we got the Foot Squires coming. The beginning build was good, but I think some Knights of the Realm were actually needed. I kind of felt like I needed a couple of those at a couple different points in the game, but yeah, we do start to get that. If we had flipped this objective, I could have maybe played more cautiously and had some success. The polearms over there are doing pretty good. Looks like Fey Enchantress does die. Marathi was also a good counter, and I kind of had a feeling she would be the pick, but I didn't adapt. Maybe Lewin? Lewin could help win against the Cold One Knights a little bit more effectively, I suppose, is one thing to kind of consider. Oops, wrong one. Whatever. They can chase these guys down. Foot Squires are fighting it out, and I think that's it. GG, well played. Good game to my opponent. Played really, really well. They know they're Dark Elves, that is for sure. We tried. I'm sorry. The lady did not will it that game. So how'd the Fae do? 2,500 on Fae. The Chalice of Potions were really good. Starting army, we pulled a value lead, but we lost in the reinforcement game. We had dead weight and trebuchets. Like, the idea was to use trebs, but I found it was kind of hard to contain all the Dark Riders. Yeah, the trebs, maybe I should have started with them in my army. But no, we killed the Dark Shards pretty quick. I mean, look at the value. 96, 800 on that one, and then only 6 here. So it's not like they did really good. I think we just cut the trebs. The Grail Knights did okay. They managed to get 1,500 value, but I think I needed some, maybe even another Grail Knight. They were pretty impactful, I suppose. Or maybe a Hippogriff Knight. Yeah, Hippogriff Knight with Regrowth could have been really good too. Let me talk to my opponent. GG. Very well played. Report that score. All right, so my opponent's going to report the score. Okay. And let's see what's cracking here. See how we're looking in the round. The Chalice was very good. The Chalice was very, very good. How are Dark Elves doing this season against Bretonnia, by the way? Let's go check that. I wonder if they've played before. Probably not. Not many people play Bretonnia. Okay, so Dark Elves are the second highest faction on the leaderboard right now. 13-6. That was probably their first game against Bretonnia, I would wager. Yeah, just one game, so there's no data to really be had. Kislev sitting at 55%, so it looks like they're winning some games, but not like all of them. We brought the win rate up a little bit, but I think there's another Bretonnian player, and I don't know how they're doing. So they could be keeping the win rate down or up, depending on how their games are, but yeah. I wonder how we change that build. So let's go back to the drawing board. We need to scheme how we could do that better. I liked the Fae. Paladin, yeah, the Fae Paladin situation might be good. Paladins can be very disruptive. Okay, so how are we looking on the brackets? We're almost there. Should be getting there in the next round. We can still get to the finals. We just have to win our next game. And if there's a massive tiebreaker, we'll do a round 5. No, I'm playing Bretonnia today. Okay, so I liked the starting build. It felt pretty good. Although, do I cut foot? No, I needed the foot squires for sure to deal with the width of that army. It was very scary. I liked the Fae. Like solo Fae was good. Pegasus Knights didn't really come into play at any point. They kind of felt crappy. Like, what are they even good against there? Nothing, right? So that was stupid. Beast Slayers were not very useful either. So I think we just need pure Cav. Yeah, I think we just go pure Cav at that point. I think we need a couple more of these to dive the Dark Shards and things like that. I did like the Defenders, but I think we can go cheaper and then just get like Knights of the Realm. Yeah, a couple Knights of the Realm and another one of these and then a Peasant Mob. This feels like a good build. In case you need the Trebs, I think, in case they go Halberd Box. So we're going to save that. That's a good adjustment that I think could probably win us the game, or at least give us a better chance. All right, so let's go ahead. Bretonnia versus Dork Elves. Okay, let's see how we got that. Awesome. All right. I think that's a good adjustment. Yeah, I don't think there's any Bretonnian mains anymore. They're honestly, they're hard to play, but they can do well in some matchups. They probably struggle against like Steam Tank and Empire. I think the Chaos factions are kind of hard for them nowadays. Khorne Tours are really hard to deal with. And Nurgle got Plague Ogres too, which aren't good in a lot of matchups, but against Bretonnia I think they're quite good. Yeah, something to counter Cold Knights. Well, the Knights of the Realm will lose to them, but with a little bit of support, maybe they could win it. So you can also shoot Cold Knights with Trebuchets. Interestingly enough, that actually works pretty well. So that is maybe another adjustment we could perhaps make here. Is calling those out earlier and just like really aggressively defending them. Although with the Fae, I don't know how we stop Marathi from going back there and killing them. Although that does take her out of the battle for a long time if she's sitting on those cheap Trebuchets. Hey, right on, man. Thanks, Christian. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, or do we go like double Paladin is on horse? Marathi will definitely give him the business. We could go foot characters, but I think Dark Elves are pretty good at isolating and killing foot characters. The Melkoth spam was really good against the Grail Knights. That was really good. I think... Do we just go cheaper even? Like cheaper. The Grail Knights are cool, but Knights of the Realm probably won't be that much worse. And they won't give up as much value to Melkoths. And then how cheap can we make Paladins? Let's see. So if we just go like Barded Warhorse with the Blessing of the Lady. 800 is as cheap as they're going to be. And then what do we cut? 1 battle pilgrim, get another peasant in there. Something like that. I don't hate this build. This might actually be better. Let's save that. Okay, save army preset. Bretonnia versus Dork Elves, yeah. Overall, though, the Chalice of Potions was really good. The Awakening of the Wood is very strong. I thought those were big game changers in the initial fight. Hippos would not trade well into Marathi, actually, because she lowers their melee attack by a lot, and she has anti-large. I mean, they could probably take her on, but they're just going to run away. You know, they're just going to flee. All right. Let's refresh this. Okay, we have 2 games. We have Stingers playing their game and Surprise. So far, undefeated players. We have Vianame, Solasora, Navigator, and did somebody beat Outer Region in Hitman Hippo? Shit. I guess so. All right. The new kids are on the block, apparently. They are. Paladins. Yeah, Paladins wouldn't be bad. You could do Paladins too. Yeah. I do like the Paladins as well. With the new Witch Brew might be... Yeah, the Witch Elves could be a little bit scary. They would definitely tear up your infantry, but they're very vulnerable to Shot Cav. So like a Knight Errant, even a 700 gold kind of crappy Knights Errant would do a ton of damage against a Witch Elf unit. As would a Peasant Bowman. Like Peasant Bowman will tear them up. Fey Enchantress will disrupt them. I think that Witch Elves are too risky in that matchup. Well, there's a lot of really cost-effective AP firepower there, and Coldwood Knights are extremely dominant against Bretonnian Cav. So that's a problem. Although, yeah, I mean, there could be an argument made for like a Royal Hippo Knight because they can charge and they don't get charged. Like you could probably do like a Lewin playstyle, like a Louis build with Royal Hippo Knights, but you need a way to shut down those archers, and Faye is better for that. She definitely is. I remember that, the Dreadlord. Yeah, the Dreadlord build was really cool. That was Chibambu, yeah, who did that. He had a really cool playstyle. Refreshing brackets. Okay, it's just Stingers. Let's see here. Let me know when done. All right, so I just messaged them. It looks like they're streaming in their Discord. I can actually kind of see their stream a little bit. It looks like the game is about halfway over. I think they're winning. So we are probably A-okay. So let's see how our tiebreakers are doing. Our tiebreakers are doing all right. So who did we defeat? Did Fidel win their next game? So Fidel won 1 game and unfortunately lost their 3rd game. And then our other tiebreaker we beat was who in the beginning? It's been a long time. Attack Speed Enjoyer. Okay, so Attack Speed Enjoyer won their next game and then won their 3rd game. Okay, so Attack Speed Enjoyer, the player we beat first, is doing very well. They're 2-1 at the moment, so that's incredibly good for us. The Dreadlord abilities, and apparently they have a magic missile ability. Sure, we can look at that real quick. Where are they at? Dark Elves. Dark Elves are awesome though. They're a really cool faction. They're not easy to play either. Like what my opponent was doing last match was not easy. All right, so the Dreadlord has the volley of dark arrows. Yeah, you guys want to test that real quick? Yeah, honestly, I like the cheap Dreadlord. That was really, really cool by Chibambu. When he sniped my characters with it, it was very fun. So let's go versus AI. Although the game is probably going to be over soon. Let me check here. Just got to do some adminning here real quick. Refresh, and we will see. Can even ride a dragon or a flying horse thing. Yeah, putting them on a flying horse could be pretty cost effective, or even horseback is honestly probably good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drop you. And let's see what you need. Okay, so that player's dropping. Then I just need to adjust some scores real quick. Okay, so that was Navigator, I think. Let me see the TBD here. Hasnina's score needs to be adjusted now. And then Navigator as well. All right, guys, last minute adminning, and then we'll be ready for the next game. Okay, so that needs to be fixed. And then Navigator has 1 too many points as well. And then we're golden. That's right, Gornier. You tell him, man. You tell him. But yeah, we'll test the sniping attack. Dark Elves would be one. I'll do a poll before every SFT we do, and then you guys can vote on who we play. I definitely am going to be leaning more towards underdog factions, but eventually I will try to play some of my mains and actually get a win. It's pretty... Winning with Bretonnia is very difficult. I think you could even put the best players in the world on Bretonnia, and I don't think they would be winning. They would probably get to the semifinals, but would then lose to equally skilled players on stronger factions. I don't know what Bretonnia really needs. I mean, they haven't had an update in a while, right? They're not like bad. You can see their strengths today. Their cav definitely can be devastating, but like Kislev cav feels just as good. You know? All right. So fixing that. Fixing that. Bretonnia's bottom 3 right now, yeah. They are. They are indeed. Where do you post the polls? YouTube. So in the community section of my YouTube channel, we just have them. We had one last night. It was Tzeentch, Warriors of Chaos, Bretonnia, and Vampire Counts, I think were the factions. Yeah. Bretonnia, King Lewin is very good, though. He's a beast. He's more of a problem in land battle, because in Dom, you can kind of not ignore him, but you don't have to kill him. In land battle, Bretonnia is probably stronger, because characters like Lewin and Grail Knights can just kind of like charge for a long, long time. And the game isn't going to end. You know, you can really, really squeeze every morsel of value you possibly can out of said units. Yeah. All right, so those are loading. Hopefully they'll get there eventually. All right. All right. I think that should be fixed, and that should be fixed. All right, let's refresh this. Hopefully the website will come back. It might have crashed temporarily because he was trying to input data while I was updating it. Hopefully not. Okay, it looks like it's reloading now. Can't wait till we get Total Tavern updated. It's so janky right now. Oh my god, it's like held together with sticks and glue. Yeah, we post the polls on the Discord though. Yeah, correct. So I think the last player just finished. Let me announce to the goblins. Up refreshing website. We'll let it reset here. And we'll give it a minute. Okay, I believe. Let's go. Do we fix the scores? Come on, baby. Be nice if the Brett Caster lady could ride a hippo. Okay, is that actually a thing in tabletop too? I don't think it is, right? I don't think it is. In tabletop, we can actually look right now while we wait for the website to kind of catch up here. I think somebody reported like the score as I was updating something on the back end and it caused a problem, so hopefully that's not the case, but let's see. So if we go to Bretonnia, the Kingdoms of Bretonnia, where are they? Yeah, here they are. No, it's Beastmen. So you have Prophetess. She can ride a Royal Pegasus is the best thing she can ride, it looks like, in tabletop. Yeah, the Damsel cannot ride a Pegasus, only the Prophetess can. What kind of magic do they have? Elementalism, Illusion, that's pretty good actually. Playing in a tabletop tournament tomorrow. I'm probably going to use this list. We have a Black Orc War Boss, Sorcerer Prophet, Demonsmith Sorcerer, Infernal Guard, Hobgoblins, Black Orcs, Iron Demon, and Double Deathreak Rocket Launcher, which is really fun. I love using artillery, even though it's like not necessarily the strongest. It's something. Okay. Come on, website. You can do it. It just needs a minute. Just give it a minute. Thank you. Come on, hold. Okay, so that loaded. Looks like the pages are loading now. It just needs a minute. I think everyone's trying to refresh it at once, and it's causing problems. Oh, come on. Okay. And let's see if it got the brackets together. A Prophetess riding a Grail Relic. That could be interesting. Okay. I was able to get on the website now, so I think we're good. Go ahead and report. It's working. Okay, so Stinger should report their score, and then we will be all good to go. The hand's been all right. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's definitely hanging in there. You know, I'm able to do most of what I want. The only activity that I really have had to cut from my life is weightlifting and martial arts. Like kickboxing and striking would maybe be okay, but I had to give up jujitsu because my grip, I can grip hard, but it just hurts afterwards, like really bad. Like, so I would have to decide, do I want to do jujitsu today or do I want to work today and do YouTube stuff, right? Like I couldn't do both, which is unfortunate. You know, maybe someday one of the medical solutions will work, but for now it's, okay, outstanding. And there we are. So the score should be reported now. And then we can advance the brackets. Looks like the website has rebooted itself. Let's go. The classic restart your technology and figure it out. Let's advance the Swiss. So advancing Swiss now. Yes, we'll go to the next round. That's right. I never had to give up poning. Never going to give you up, bro. All right, so the next round is up. We got Boss Toss, who another really good player. All right, we've literally played strong players every game today. It's been fun. The community is improving a lot. There's so many good players now. Like in Warhammer 2, you could count the number of like really strong players on like 2 hands. But now it's like there's so many good players. I feel like the community's, there's a lot more skill, a lot more talent in the community nowadays. Round 4 is live. Good luck, good luck. All right, so we got Boss Toss is going to be our opponent. We played them last time with Kislev, and we were able to win, obviously. Kislev, pretty nasty. And I think they were on a bit of a weaker faction, but this time we'll see. They had an insane micro, I noticed. Very, very good micro. I wonder what they're playing today. All right, so the map is going to be Crystal Lake. And here we are. Iron Hands. No, I like Death Guard. Death Guard are awesome. I just like grindy infantry factions. Those have always been some of my favorite. That's why I like Nurgle in general. So, Robot Hand. Dude, I would take a Robot Hand if it was actually like really functional. Oh, do we have Skaven? Is it the Filthy Rats? It might be. Okay, awesome. You guys ready for some nasty warfare? Because that's what's going to happen. All right, all right. Let's get it. And let's get the screen blocker up. Thank you, Wookie. And it looks like we are playing the Foul Skaven. Yes, yes. All right, so let's get this and this and that. All right, and then we're gonna get you two. Yeah, Lewin is definitely disruptive here, but also can be focus fire pretty hard. So you gotta put some respect on the little rat people. I think it's gonna be probably a big old man tide versus a rat tide. I think a lot of people wouldn't want to, if like you have a functional hand that works, why would you want a robot hand, you know? That's for sure the case. A big enjoyer of these guys in this matchup. And we're going to try something real funky maybe. No, we should probably cut those. Yeah. Need to get the Wookiee Claw a little bit more powerful here. There, he's gonna use his little rat paw to cover my look. Like you can kind of see the Lord under it, like gives you a tease. Yeah, I think that's even funnier. I mean, yeah, I would hope that my opponents wouldn't stream snipe me. I'm sure it's happened before. Unfortunately, human nature is what it is, you know? People want to win. Okay. Yes, and yes. I think we do that. And as far as the main army goes, what else do we want to bring? That's right, I need a wizard. You're a lizard, Harry. All right, so let's get this. Definitely liking that so far. Ooh, the 0 spend on the main army. Oh, dude. Get wrecked. There's no way we can lose now. Do we want it? Grower Leak against Skaven? Do we really need it? I don't know. Probably not. There's definitely going to be some nastiness where we get bombarded like real hard out of the gates. So that's going to feel bad. But there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Sometimes you just got to suffer. And terror is good against Skaven, for sure. If we can maybe bring one unit that causes terror, I think that'd be very nice. How are they? So maybe just one piece there. And then Knights of the Lionhearted are kind of an interesting choice. Like, I feel like Skaven are really good against like expensive cav, like elite stuff in general. So probably should pump my brakes there. Wish I could join, but yeah. Oh, you guys are playing in a clan war right now? That's fun. Yes. Okay, I think the build is adequate against the filthy rats. We have plenty of unwashed bodies to throw at him. Definitely plenty of those. The Guando rats are something we need to put some respect on their name. The little rat people. Little sneaky Skaven rat. Yeah, I think those guys are probably useful at a couple niche tasks, and then we can get. Yeah, then I'm an enjoyer of Knights Errant in this matchup. They're definitely pretty decent. Good at running down the stinky rats. Let's call you in, and then we can get maybe one of these in reserve. All right, that'll do, pig. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. GLHF. Do you ever Blessed Trebs? I would use Blessed if I were going to use trebuchets. I would use them against demon factions because the magic damage is relevant against the demonic units. So maybe against like Nurgle, I would probably use Blessed Trebuchets. You know, you got to get the blessings to get rid of the filth, right? Do we go old school here? Actually, I have kind of an old school idea. Oh, that could be fun. How much is that? That's not enough to get that. You've got those abilities. That is an interesting choice. I actually have a weird idea, and I think it could be worth. All right, let's try that out. Awesome, awesome. I'm using some forbidden tech, which hasn't been seen since the Warhammer days of old. All right. Royal Pegasus. I don't think you even need to go Royal if you're going to use Pegasus Knights. I'm ready. Awesome tournament today, though. We got some good numbers showing. Okay. Weird that it's making people play twice in a row, but that does happen sometimes. Okay, looks like everybody's found their opponents. The Skaven player with the big thinking right now, they're doing the big think. Fortunately, Wookiee Claw isn't doing a great job of blocking the armies. I need to get the old school blocker back. There you go, Wookiee. There you go. That's about as good as it's going to get. Let's see what Boss Toss has got. What's it going to be? Who's undefeated so far, by the way? Looks like he's ready. Okay. We got the Bretonnian banners. For the lady. Here we go. Another hard opponent. If we lose this, we're out of the running. If we win it, we have a chance. So that should be fun. And then it comes down to tiebreakers. And if there's like a ton of people tied for the 4th spot, I'm just going to do a 5th round basically, and then we'll call it from there. There you go. Blocker finally blocking after months. We finally found the sweet spot. You like it. Yes. It is expensive, but it can be very clutch for shutting down a weapons team. Like, if you have nothing else to shut down a Skaven weapons team, or like a Globadier or Mortar, you summon the Manticore, and it's going to shut them down for a while. So it can be the difference between you losing a bunch of units. You're kind of close, Weber. My build's a little different than that. I have a Beastcaster, so I don't have a Lifecaster, because I don't have anything that's really expensive, and Rapunzel is going to heal her. He get healed by Felix. So Flock of Doom is really good, like against everything. With the Beast Manticore summon. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's very close to what I have. No gold chevrons though. Halberds are good. I think that battle pilgrims are also very solid in this matchup because they can cut through the rats pretty quick. But I got a little crunk nasty and brought some trebuchets out. So we actually have triple trebuchet against the rat people, which is going to be hard to protect, but could be very, very fun. So we're going to put one over here too. And we're going to see if our artillery corps can get the job done. All right, so let's fan out, take a very, very wide, thick stance, because we want to make sure we cover ground in case there's ninja rats. Orders, my lord. All right, we'll throw one up here. We got Rapunzel and Felix, because I think they're going to be really good at grinding, and if my opponent goes Storm Vermin, they'll counter them, right? Man of Bretonia. All right, so I think this pilgrim needs to just go out here. All right. Dude, you gotta love the trebuchets. We're gonna be launching boulders at these stinky rats. Oh, they outnumber me. The vermin tide outnumbers the man tide. All right, so let's just get you guys in 4. You can target things appropriately. I kind of want to like keep them closer together, but then again, it's easier to compromise. All right, so we need to see if there's any stealth rats on the table. Okay, it looks like they're just gonna go for that objective, which is, of course, makes sense. All right, so let's move you guys up. You guys start shooting boulders at these haggard rats. And you guys can move up here. And the yeomen, do we have better range? 70 range against 125? Yeah, we do actually, so we can probably take that with the appropriate micro. All right, so we're going to start shooting here a little bit. Yeah, just keeping him honest. He's going to micro off there, and it's fine. We're just going to stay out of his range. We are getting rat picks. And, yeah, we just play the 2 objective game, right? That's how we do it. Somehow he reached me. I don't know how that happened, but very strange stuff. All right, start bouldering these guys a little bit. We do manage to get this point, probably. Like, we're out of their range by quite a bit, right? Okay, let's move you up for a Flock of Doom, and then we can consider some heavy cav. Okay, what do we get called in there? Wolf rats with poison. Obviously going to go for my artillery, which is fine. As long as I'm paying attention, we should be okay. Flock of Doom on those bad boys is going to do a lot of damage. And we can get some light cav coming out. Okay. They could just go hunting right there. The Flock of Doom is freaking awesome. We get this point, and now we need to get Rapunzel and Felix to think about moving up to that other point as well. All right, so you guys are just going to stay back here on guard duty. We got the trebuchets launching away, doing some work. And where else do we want to go? Are there any spears, anything like that? Not quite. We'll get one of you back here, put you in control group 7. Let's do that. We get this objective. Now Rapunzel and company are going to waddle up to the point here. So we're going to move up. We're going to move up here and move up here. We're just going to play defensively on these 2 points, basically. You know, that's how it's going to roll. You guys are going to guard this point against any invaders. And we're all good. Yeah, let's just have some fun with it. So maybe they're going to come for this, but if they do, I'm ready to easily counter those rats. We got our caster coming over here. A couple battle pilgrims are going to fan out this way. Not too many rat ogres, which is interesting. Yeah, not too many of those bad boys. They're really going to attack here? Okay, that's fine. Happy to take that fight. And get you in here. Trebuchets and trebuchets are shooting at the rats. So let's get on the clan rat spears. Get on the clan rat spears. Move you guys up. Move you guys up. And now we want to get you archers shooting at the Skaven slave slingers. All right, so is there anything funny coming over here? I don't think there is for now. We got the back point. We're going to want to get some more Flock of Dooms. So obviously we're going to massacre the rats here, right? On the point, just that little fight. Pull you guys back a little. Keep the Flock of Doom caster, and oh, we do see Ikit Claw in the bushes back there, so clearly he's going to try some funny business. Ah, all right, so clever creatures. So this is perfect. So we see them. We're going to get you over there, and now we need to get some of the Holy Wardens over here to defend against those guys, and you guys just come over here. Great. So the objective is going good. We have the Manticore summon if we want to. Let's get you guys doing this. And we can get you to do this. So he's trying to alpha strike, but we should be able to knock him off pretty well. All right, so where are those stinky rats? They're over here somewhere. Yeah, there they are. All right, great. So we screen them out. Let's just kind of punt them a little bit, do a little bit of this, have them shoot their bows there. And we do intercept those rats, which is great. And the fight on the objective is going very, very good for us. So overall, the trebuchets are online. They are. Let's shoot here and shoot here. We do fend those guys off. There is a little bit of sneakiness coming over here. Okay, let's get a Flock of Doom coming right here, and then we need to get some men-at-arms and whatnot, and some Knights of the Realm. Alright, so those are Storm Vermin, actually, mind you, which are not going to be easy to stop. We do completely shut down the shenanigans on this side, I think. The Holy Warden should be able to take care of him now, so not too worried about that. Let's get you guys back there, pull you guys up here, and cool. So now you do this, you get the surround. Felix needs to stay on the point with all the characters. It's a little bit of a blunderooski that we kind of jumped off that. And outstanding. So Storm Vermin are now tar-pitted by, you know, decent units, I suppose. We do see a Mutant Rat Ogre coming in. And let's get this. Let's get Felix Jaeger back there. And hopefully we can surround him. Alright, so back up to the point you go. Yeomen are going to just shoot you guys in the back here. And you Yeomen can go out there and tie down Ikit Claw. And where do we go here? A little bit of lag on one of our sides. I don't know who it is, but it's one of us. Do we do another Flock of Doom here? I think we do. Yeah, just kind of wear down these units where we can. So value-wise, we're pretty close. I need to get Rapunzel and Felix back together. That is for sure. Oh, there's a Packmaster there. Interesting. Okay, so that's actually a little dodgy. But maybe we can Space Jam Slam into these units here. Yeah, I think we do. And the Knight of the Realm unit is actually on his way over, so maybe he can break that formation open. We'll have to see. All right, and you guys go hunt down these Skaven Slave Slingers, and cool. So Rapunzel and company are going to need a little bit of milk. The trebuchets, we lost one treb. So what do we have to shoot at? Maybe just these are Skaven Slave Spears. These are Eshin Triads. And I think we need to get a big Flock of Doom in that blob. You know, I forgot about the existence of freaking Doom Flayers, by the way. Those things are going to be very, very strong. Rapunzel and company are healing. We do get the Knights in there, causing some mischief. Value trading is reasonably even. And these guys are slowly getting chased, but they're probably going to get on top of my artillery here. So let's actually drop the crew. Run a little bit here. Have one of you guys run interference. And back into this fight now. Alright, so we're back in this pit fight. The Knights of the Realm are a little bit tar-pitted, but we probably summon a Manticore, honestly. It's probably going to be better. Alright, and we continue riding down the Doom Flayers. Let's get you guys rolling this way. We have a couple skirmishers back there as well. But now we have a Manticore, which I think we can use to go after the Packmasters and whatnot. Yeah, back on the point you go. And we are fleeing with these guys. The Storm Vermin are causing havoc, but we have a lot to use here. Yeah, a lot of money. All right, so let's get these Knights of the Realm up, and we can get some Knights Errant to come head off these rats as well. All right, so let's do this. Get you going over here. And how is this blob fight going? It's all right. We have another Flock of Doom. Let's go ahead and drop that here. See if we can get some like terror routes going. Manticore keeps chasing, and we do have some idle units in the back who are online here. So let's move you guys up. Hammer the rats off this objective. Try and take that one. And the Trebuchet crew can waddle back here now. I think, can we hold this? Are we going to be able to? I think so. This Trebuchet is still very much functional. Infantry and infantry fight here. Let's get these skirmishers away. Rapunzel and company were able to win, but they've been getting blasted by Flensing Runes, which has been super devastating. So that feels bad. Hopefully late game we can stabilize here. We do get the Packmaster, so we'll get a head-on charge against him. I don't know how Rapunzel and Felix are doing. Yeah, I don't know how well they're trading into this whole situation, but, you know, perhaps decent. All right, so the Storm Vermin to the back are still there. We still have most of our artillery, I guess. But Ikit Claw is doing an absolute solid job here. He's doing very, very good. We do break a Packmaster, though. It looks like the Knights of the Realm were able to get it done. And now let's get some Pegasus Knights coming over and see if we can start up trading on value. It's a very close game. I think Rapunzel and Felix might be able to get her done here. We'll have to see. We do have the Pegasus Knights now, so they can kill these ogres. So that would be a huge boon for us. Storm Vermin are being an absolute menace, by the way. They're just doing a lot of work. You know, ever since they're buffed, they're definitely quite a bit better. All right, so Felix and company are probably going to capture this, Rapunzel, and we need to keep juking here. Let's get this wizard here, use Flock of Doom, get these guys moving in to help against the Triads, and maybe we can break this position. You know, get those characters offline. The ogres are being hunted by the Pegasus Knights. Feels good. Players are running over quite a bit. Holy Wardens are still giga-chatting it. And we do get that objective, so that's going to stem the bleeding a little bit here. If we can win this fight and get a lot of routes here, that's going to be freaking huge. So I think we need to commit like some mobility and get out there and really, really support that fight. Maybe even get a Yeoman here in a second. No Flensing Rune is nearby, but that Packmaster is very close to breaking. I mean, there's tons of anti-large there. So let's do this. Let's get you running over there too. Let's do this. The Trebuchet is still online. And it looks like the rats are potentially going to lose this low ground objective. So let's get you on this. Great. Trebuchet crew, get back online. Run over here. Yeoman, come up and fight. Rapunzel and Felix, we need them to giga hold here. Like 100%. All right, so let's charge in here, go help out. We have another Flock of Doom on the table. Let's do that. And hopefully those Knights of the Realm can hang in there. Hopefully they can. Rapunzel's is actually wavering. That's really bad. Thankfully, she's pretty cheap, so I could probably resummon her, worst case scenario. But yeah, not something I want to be dealing with. Okay, let's see if we can support this bottom objective as well. Get those ogres offline. And we do manage to get the top. We have a big surround. These Yeoman Archers, let's get them to go here. Ikit Claws here, and Rapunzel and Felix are kind of stabilizing, but yeah, the Flensing Runes are brutal. So very, very brutal. All right, so Trebuchet time. What do we have coming in? All right, so we have some Storm Vermin, or yeah, Storm Vermin Halberds here. All right, let's start nailing them. And we do get the Packmaster surrounded, so we need to make sure he dies. Flock of Doom down there. Yeah, man, the character hunting the Ikit Claw. I think Rapunzel was a mistake. I think like everything else is going decently, but the fact that I have Rapunzel is not. All right, so let's tie you guys up here. Let's bring these flares, or these Pegasus Knights, which seem to be my breadwinners, honestly. Let's get this wizard away. We're definitely going to want to resummon Rapunzel just for leadership purposes. And let's reform ranks with the Cab Charge. And the Storm Vermin are just battling chaff mainly, but it's still disruptive because they're on top of my Trebuchet here. On the point you go. Let's pull you over here. And I think we have a little bit of time left before we need to commit to another big fight. What do we have here? Yeoman Archers, a lot of Storm Vermin coming in. We are going to get the side point. We have this one for a moment, but we're going to lose it probably. And we have a lot of Cav rallying. Rapunzel is going to be back on the menu soon. Is she actually dead, or is she just running and shattered right now? I'm not sure what her situation is. Okay, so the Battle Pilgrims are going. They're Giga holding. Let's rotate to the middle. Those guys have done it. So the Trebuchets are killing those Storm Vermin Halberds. And are the Men-at-Arms going to get that job done eventually? I don't know. Let's call these guys around here. Pegasus Knights took a lot of unnecessary damage there. Feels bad. And is there anything we can do here against these rats? Let's charge them. Let's pull you guys to the middle here. We got to just rotate and just try and get Rapunzel back. I don't even know where she is. Felix obviously died as well. So we're going to rotate here. Get you guys to come crush these Storm Vermin. And the artillery crew is now back online. So we can start trying to butter these guys up a little bit. Flock of Doom will also be decent, but I think we're out of WOM, so it feels bad. All right, so how are we looking here? We got this. There's a lot of Skaven running around. A lot of these filthy, stinky rats. Yeah, the ogres are going to retreat, so we're just kind of reforming ranks here. Now that we got our Trebs online, we do finally get those Storm Vermin out of our backfield, and let's just keep softening them up. Guando rats everywhere, so the Battle Pilgrim intuition, I think, was good. Do we have time to even get the Battle Pilgrims up to the fight? Maybe? I don't know if we do. I think we've lost this game. Our build wasn't good, but that's why we're playing Bretonnia today, to learn, right? That's the way you do it. All right. Can we get this guy? Is he going to give us any freebies? I don't think so. We do have some sneaky ogres on the outside, which I think we can just get a freebie and run off the map. Let's run up here, and these guys keep hustling down here. You guys come over there to support them, and then in the middle, yeah, that Ikit Claw blob is tough. Rapunzel is still not back. I don't even know. Did her source code get like deleted from the game or something? I have no idea what's cracking there. It's all over the place. All right, so you guys get in there. Yeah, pull back, pull back. Get the Holy Wardens in there fighting. Retreat, retreat. Yes, yes. And now, do we get a charge here? Maybe a little something, something? Yeah, okay. We're cooking with something here. We do get those ogres offline. And let's see if we can move up to the middle. Get these guys to roll to the middle too. And now we can turn around and just straight up fight these guys. So that's going to be the best it's going to be. And, yeah, Rapunzel is still not in my recharge pool. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe she's just waddling off the battlefield shattered, which is what I suspect is happening. Yeah, they were sent to another dimension, apparently. They were. Yeah, this was a build loss. Pretty hard. I mean, we traded okay on value, but we don't have any healing, so it's not like we can overcome this healing deficit, right? What do we have here? Just some janky clan rats. Yeah, are they Storm Vermin or are they Guandos? Yeah, they're just regular rats. Okay, so let's see if we can consolidate the bottom objective. Meanwhile, we get you up here. You guys come down here. Let's get you guys charging into the Doom Flares. Flares, thankfully, were nerfed. I didn't even feel they were that bad in Dom. I know in Land Battle they were very, very good, but yeah, it's a different beast here, I suppose. All right, so let's charge the Guando rats. We got no choices. We got to just go full tilt here. We'll try and out-capture the rats in the middle. We have the Trebuchet shooting the Storm Vermin. I don't think there's anything we can do. We're just too far behind. We're just too far behind here. Good run today, though. We learned a lot. I think this is a Fae Enchantress matchup. Like Fae double Paladin, for sure. Because then we can contest the a lot more against them here. And I think down here we maybe fold up their leadership. We'll have to see. Dude, I think Felix is still in the Shadow Realm with Rapunzel. Okay, they just made it off the edge of the battlefield just now, straight up. Wow. That's pretty brutal. All right, let's charge you guys, run a little bit of interference. Do we get the low ground objective here? We're trying. It's not easy. There's some goodies there. Let's go ahead and shoot these guys. They are shaken. Is that objective gonna flip? I don't think so. I think they arrive in time with their Dread Legion, and we just lose here. I'll scrap a little bit longer, see if we can maybe catch them blundering. Skaven can throw games, although we are at 1427, so more than likely not going to get it. We'll probably get this objective, just the Knights will cut through those guys, but too little too late. GG, well played. Really good rat play. Super solid. So Fey double Paladin is the way. I think that our plan with the Manticore summon, you guys were right in chat, it wasn't very good. It's just too expensive. Although it did help us win one fight, but overall it wasn't great. Let me talk to him. GG, well played. All right, well played to you, buddy. So Rapunzel and Felix were trash. That's why we lost the game. I think if we just go with any sort of a regular build, we're totally fine and we probably win that. Because the value trading was really actually close considering how freaking awful our Lord kit was, right? Like 300 value, 240. In my mind, I was thinking that Rapunzel and Felix would be good against Storm Vermin bricks, which would be meta, but they weren't good here. Doom players are, after the nerf, they're not as bad. So if you want like a proper build, you probably, this is what I've always done against Skaven is Fey, Enchantress, double Paladin. But today I don't know why I did something different. So Awakening of the Wood, Flesh to Stone. You keep her abilities except Favor of the Fey. You don't really need that. And then you just throw in 2 Paladins, and honestly, you have a winning build. Like, you're fine. Because Paladins can kill the Skaven characters. They can kill the Flayers. You cut all these abilities and cut all these as well. And boom. There you have it. Yeah, the Trebs did good. They got like 600-700 value. Yeah. But this is for sure the way that you would want to go. Because then you have an answer for all that stuff, right? You can kill the characters. You can chase Ikit Claw. Fey Enchantress can Mortis Engine down the Storm Vermin. She can heal, which is really good against Skaven. Chalice of Potions on Storm Vermin. The build just sucked, dude. Oh, I hate when we lose just on build stuff. Feels bad, but that's what it's all about. So we're going to save this one. This build looks very good against regular Skaven. Okay, so Bretonnia versus Skaven. Hopefully you aspiring Bretonnian players will learn from my mistakes. So now let's see what we got. And refresh. We should have a pretty clean top 4 from here. Yeah, Flayers have been nerfed against big targets, but they're still good against smaller things, yeah. Okay, so almost there. And how's our top 4 looking? We have Outer Regions undefeated on Kislev, which Kislev is still very strong. They can be defeated, though. It depends. And hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing Bretonnia. I think we learned a lot. This build, I think, would be very good. We have Storm Vermin counters. So that way the Storm Vermin wouldn't be as problematic. Pegasus Knights were good. Knights of the Realm were good. Like, honestly, everything was pretty good. We just needed more to kill the Guando rats. So maybe the Holy Wardens were nice, but I think the game went south when he started just running me over with his Doom Wheel. I didn't have anything to deal with that Dread Hamster. It was just too nasty. But Fey can fight him, and so can the Paladins. And they're dirt cheap. At 650, you get really good, cost-effective anti-large characters. So that's how we do it. Fey Mortis is pretty weak. It is weak. It doesn't matter, though, because you have Awakening of the Wood, which is really good against Skaven slaves and clan rats, and you have Chalice of Potions, which can like almost one-shot a Storm Vermin. So that's really, really good. Lewin is also a decent choice, but, you know, he could be kited pretty well by rats. Yeah, Kislev is strong. But you have to remember, Outer Region's also one of the best players in the world. He's like top 5 easily right now. So even if he wins, it's, you know, we've seen good players lose with Kislev. No, Grail Relic wouldn't have helped at all there. No, I disagree with you on that. I think Grail Relic, the battle was too scattered for a Grail Relic to be relevant. He had a very mobile army, and it would have just, everything else would have just died, and it wouldn't have changed anything. Yeah. Yeah, Bretonnia is pretty bad right now. I agree with that. But they can still win games. Like, that game was winnable. The previous game versus Dark Elves was also winnable. Like, we could have, if I was a seasoned Bretonnian player who played them all the time, every game today is winnable. Every single one. We could go undefeated and we could go to top 4. So that's what's great about Warhammer. Even the weaker factions, if piloted by somebody who has intimate knowledge of them, can still, you know, succeed and get far. Quadruple Grail Relic? Oh man, that's some truly forbidden tech. You guys have surpassed me. All right, so still waiting. Fair amount of games still going. Awesome, awesome. And who do we want to play in the next one, right? I think I'm going to go back to one of my comfort picks for the next one. Oh God, I just want to play Chaos Dwarves like every time. Chaos Dwarves are so fun for me. I love playing Chowie. They're so fun. Empire would be definitely like sweaty. If we want to try and win, we'd play Empire. They're very strong right now. Granted, we have a couple limitations. We've just been banning steam tanks because they're a little bit too strong. What else? Who do we not play often? Norska is kind of boring. I think a Warriors of Chaos tournament would be really fun, just kind of experimenting. Kolek does magic damage now, which is cool. Warriors of Chaos are really fun. And, you know, here's the thing, guys. Rot Knights also got buffed, right? So maybe Rot Knights are going to be very useful. Like, imagine against Bretonnia doing, like, a double Rot Knight Kolek build. Like, how awesome and erect that would be with, like, a Nurgle healer. Oh. Yeah. Do the Dreadquake. I'll let you guys vote, though. Yeah, Warriors of Chaos have been calling to me, though, because they're also a very weak faction, but I think there's some hidden secrets in them, some forbidden tech that maybe could do something with them. All right, let's refresh it. We're almost there. Shout out to all the players today. What a great showing we've had. Opal Black Bear's undefeated and Outer Region's undefeated. Alexander Nuts has a really strong tiebreaker. We might need to do a 4th round, which would be fun. I would love to play another game with Bretonnia and continue learning. Stanks are so... Yeah, Stanks, like... Casting healing on steam tanks is weird, right? It's like this giant metal contraption and regrowth heals it. Well, Rot Knights got buffed. They got 20 armor. They got some other stat increases. Maybe they're better now. I don't know. I don't know, man. We will find out. We'll see how many undefeated players we have. We will see. If it's... Yeah. We're gonna see what this looks like. I think we're gonna have one more undefeated player via Anime and Solasora are playing right now. Yeah, so their Dark Elves could make it. Dark Elves are actually pretty decent against Kislev right now. We've been seeing, not just my example, but I've been sent other replays of Dark Elves doing very well against Kislev, so that could be fun. Yeah, like imagine this build against Bretonnia, right? You do something like this and then you just get like an Nurgle caster in there somewhere. You could even bring the caster in reserve nowadays. Against Bretonnia, do you want to go Great Open Infantry? I don't know. Could probably do something like this. You could just put a halberd on your back objective or move it up in the middle. Yeah, and Hellstriders got buffed too. These things, they have better stats now. Their bonus versus large got increased, I think. Or there was some stat increase to them that made them more viable. I love playing Warriors of Chaos. Look how colorful they are. It's awesome. Yeah, Chaos had a couple points where they were very good. They made a weird comeback in popularity at the end of Warhammer 2, Warriors of Chaos. They were doing very well. I don't think we've ever seen Warriors of Chaos win like a faction war. I don't think they ever have. Yeah, don't think it's happened. Okay, almost there. Yes. How are we looking? Let me talk to this player. One player apparently got 2 buy rounds, which is very weird. I don't know why that would happen. I'll have to apologize to them. That's very strange. I really don't enjoy playing High Elves. High Elves are one of my... I mean, I don't know. It is fun using their monsters every now and then, but the flavor of the High Elves just really doesn't do it for me. Okay, so I need to look into that. So that player should have higher scores, but hopefully they will get one more. There might be. Just the dreaded double buy round. That feels bad. Okay, so Martin and Navigator playing B6 and Jukusan and Via Anime and Solasora. Who else there has a record that potentially could go further? Man, a lot of good players going 2-2 today. It's so wild. Like, if you look at the leaderboard, right? There's like Hitman Hippo went 2-2, I think. Grumbrindle, myself, Martin, B6 is also very high level. Bob the Builder's won a ton of tournaments. You can see a lot of people, yeah. Oh, Pwn Dog with the 2-2 today with Corn. You gotta love it. The only matches we're waiting on are Via Anime and these two here. As a matter of fact, they might be wrapping up now. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Okay. So we got a couple minutes to hang out. The power of the High Elves. Yeah, I've been really fiending for some Warriors of Chaos. I think if I'm feeling real crunk, maybe I will host the tournament tomorrow as well. Although, no, tomorrow I'm playing in the tabletop tournament. Okay, never mind. So maybe on Monday or Sunday or something. See how we're feeling. Yeah, I want to play some walk. Like Rot Knights. How do Rot Knights do against like Grails and better quality cap now? I wonder. When Turin turns 40, we're going to call him Gran Torino, no debate. Yeah. Warriors of Chaos are fun, man. I think Village is pretty underrated too. Like, is like a cheap Vortex caster who's like a decent fighter on objectives. He could do well. I like Warriors. Just baseline Warriors are pretty good too. Like for 750, you're getting quite a deal. Like a Chaos Warrior can take on a lot of varying infantry types. Stat line's great. Nice little charge bonus attached as well. I don't know if Shaggets got buffed. Did Shaggets get the impact hits this patch? Did that happen, guys? Did Dragon Ogre Shaggets get impact hits, or are they still just left in the shadows? Because they, if anybody should have impact hits, man, they're definitely in that ballpark. Pre-buff Rot Knights could already basically take Grail Knights if I remember correctly. Really? The Neckbeard Double Chin Lord. Yeah, he's good. Festus is very strong. He's very strong for sure. They're honestly all pretty good. Azazel is actually okay too with Walk because he brings Rampage. So you know, people aren't going to be expecting Rampage against Walk because you have such a diverse roster that it's hard to counterpick you. But if you bring Azazel with not Hysterical Frenzy, but Pavane of Slanesh, you can get some good Rampages in. Shaggus got nothing. Kolek got magical attacks. Pwn Dog slayed my Giga Haggard build. Dude, Pwn is forbidden, man. You got to watch out. He'll get you. Damn, these guys are taking a long time right now. It's always the same couple people. These long matches. Yes, Legend showed it on Shaggoth Doomstack recently. I actually saw that he was playing what's it called? Age of Wonders, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, like he in his thumbnail he had like a picture of him like with like 1,000 hours on it already or something. Yeah, that was hog wild. All right. So Navigator and Martin, only 2 left now. The top 4, we'll see how clear cut it is. Oh, by the way, Sartorial got reworked. So the chicken, in case you guys missed it, he's got some new stuff. So he's a metal caster, obviously, right? You can see all his metal spells here, but he got a new item, I believe, called the Rock of Inevitability. So the chicken has an ability that lowers melee defense, speed, and charge in an AoE, which isn't amazing, but it's like kind of cool. I don't know if he got any other changes. Yeah, he has prismatic plurality now, and of course he flies. I still wouldn't probably take him over some of the other options you have on Warriors of Chaos. What's my Warhammer 3 hours? Okay, let's have a competition in chat. Everybody type in the amount of hours you have on Warhammer 3. I'm going to start. So here's mine. 2,228 hours. Keep in mind, I don't play campaign. So I think some campaign players will have me beat because that's much more of a time sink. But those are my hours on Warhammer 3. Let's see. He got a buff to his stats as well. Oh, that's cool, Benjamin. So the chicken is a bit of a stronger fighter now, huh? Not going to be a pathetic chicken anymore. Okay. Oh, damn. Arjun has got me beat. Okay. Arjun is our current winner at 2,500. Pwn, you only have 640, Pwn? Damn. I guess you only play multiplayer, too. 1,600 from Fireball. Rookie numbers. Where's Gornier? If those are rookie numbers, what do you got, man? I'm curious. Mostly campaign. Okay, I think Arjun is our current winner. I see him up in chat. He's got 2,500 hours. I haven't seen anybody with more than that. Ask how many hours I have in Rust. Let's see, Idol. Okay, is there anybody who hasn't beat? Oh, Idol has 2,694, our new champ right now. Oh, man, Idol's going hard. Has me beat. That's some balls deep hours, dude. All right, so let's refresh this, see what the brackets look like. And if we have only one person in the 4th spot, we probably just advance the top 4. Yeah, so that's pretty clear cut. Solasora with the top 4 spot. So that's it. So top 4 is is clear cut. Thank you for playing goblins. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and advance it. Hopefully nothing is screwed up there. Looks fine. And we will advance the top 4. Yeah, Warhammer 2, though, I probably have a lot of you beat on that. Warhammer 2, I have 5. Okay, guys, give me your Warhammer 2 hours. Warhammer 2 hours. 5,200. Because I played campaign in Warhammer 2. So I have 5,220 hours in Warhammer 2. Let's hear the Warhammer 2 hours now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and let's go ahead and finalize this tournament here. 5,220 hours in Warhammer 2. God damn. Yeah. I played campaign back then though, so it's a different that's really a big variable, you know? Okay. So Solasora versus Opal Black Bear. And then we have Outer Region versus Vienna Anime. All right, this should be fun. So we have Dark Elves versus I'm not sure what, but we'll do Outer Regions game. I want to see what villainous Kislev Trixie's doing. Hey man, lobby code please. Good luck, have fun. All right. So let's see what's cracking. I don't think anybody's got me beat. Oh, let's see, 722. Oh, Ryan, you have 7,000. Did somebody say they have 7,000 hours? Hold on. No, I think it was a typo. 7,000 hours from Sam? God damn, dude. I thought I had a lot. I don't think anybody would have me beat. But Sam coming in with a steel chair, 7,035. Don't ask Legend. Well, Legend of streams like just straight campaign. Oh, look, Pone has arrived in my lobby. I'm running from Pone, the cowardly retreat. All right. Sorry, Pone. I got to go cast the semis, brother. It would have been fun to play a game if I was paying attention, though. Dude, Chris, no way you have 8,665. No way. And Jerry, you have 7.4? Okay, Chris has got it. He's over 8,000. Does anybody have over 9,000? Okay, Skaven. We have a Skaven in the top 4. That's fun. This map is definitely going to be hard for Skaven, though, I think. It's very big. No way. Let's see. All right, let's see here. 7,000 hours is, yeah, that's a lot. I thought I had a lot of hours. So did we all, you know. There's always someone stronger out there. When you think you're the best at something, unless you're like, you know, Usain Bolt or someone like that, there's always someone better out there, you know, at something, right? Who's going to be a little bit stronger usually. What, 9,000? Kakarot. Legend of Total War has around 10,000 hours. Oh my god, yeah, I'm not surprised. He's got something special, like that ability to be able to just grind campaign and just like the way he plays too, where he like, you know, drags the minions around the map for like 45 minutes. I feel like that guy could have been like, I don't know, what's like a job that requires just like absurd like patience and attention to detail and like just like it's so grindy, you know? The way he's got a special skill, man, you know? It's also his job, yeah, but I mean that's a lot of people do, you know, play campaign and, you know, like whatnot, but that is next level. Oh, it's okay, TM. You don't need to apologize, dude. You're good. All right, so we got Skaven versus Outer Region here. We got Via Anime, who's been doing very well this season. Outer Region probably going to be using Katarine and or, you know, Frostworms. Security detail, painter. Yeah, painter. He could have been like an artist in another life, right? I've seen him spend up to 3 hours on a single battle. Oh my god. I watched Legend walk high elves around a desert map for 2 hours to win a battle. I don't know if you watched his Age of Wonders 4 video, but he did like 5 turns in 2 hours. Well, he's probably new to the game, to be fair. You know, so that's, yeah, I don't think I've seen him play it before. So when we play, like, we like to have turn timers on in Age of Wonders. Could have been an old-time telephone switchboard operator on shift for 20 hours. Yeah. 3 hours swooping a dragon? Dude, I couldn't do that. No. I don't have the patience for that. Very interested to see how the Skaven player works around all those terror monsters. Yeah, there's ways to do it. This map, unfortunately, isn't great. It's for the Skaven. It's definitely a better Kislev map because it's really takes a long time to get your reinforcements here. We have Dork Elves on the other side, and so Skaven, Kislev, Dork Elves, and let me see what Opal Black Bear is playing. That's going to be the fourth. Where are you? God, I'm getting old, dude. The Discord format hasn't changed in like ages, and I still just don't know my way around the Discord. I'm like, where's this? All right, where are you playing, Opal? Yeah, we had almost every faction represented today, which was pretty cool. You got some dwarves in there and lizardmen. Oh, okay. So lizardmen, Skaven, Kislev, and Dark Elves. A lot of Warhammer 2 factions here, which is quite a bit of fun. Yeah. On a battle, but on the other hand, yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the thing: Total War is campaign. It's like, I mean, it's AI, right? So if you can figure out the patterns and methods of the AI with enough patience, you're going to be able to beat it pretty consistently, right? One sec, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water. All right, guys, we're back. Let's get this party started. Let's have some fun. I've noticed Conquest people are taking Death Frenzy. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good spell. It's not like that's anything new. You've been seeing Death Frenzy being used in Warhammer 2. You would see Death Frenzy be used in competitive on actually the armor-piercing wolf rats. So they would use the AP wolf rats, like 2 of them, and give them Death Frenzy, and then like flank something expensive and armored, and they would just rip them to shreds. It's really cool, actually. Warp Lightning is also extremely good, yeah. Yeah, Frostworms are popular right now. They are. It's going to be hard for the rats, but this is a big map. So, looking at the Skaven army, it's a massive battle line of clan rats and Skaven slaves, no surprises, and it seems that the meta is definitely enjoying these brood horrors. That's cool. So we got double brood horror, which in theory should be a good counter against some of the big monsters, although the Frostworm head-to-head will crush a brood horror, but maybe with 2 of them, a 2-on-1 situation, it's not bad. We got the Teeth Breakers, which I really like, and an Eshin Sorcerer of Shadows. So the Eshin Sorcerer is going to be using what? Skitter and Leap, so Stalk and Unspottable, and then he's just got some Scrolls? I do not know what the hell's going on with that Eshin Sorcerer. Ikit Claw, of course, is going to be using Cleansing Rune to punish the characters. And for Outer Region, we do have 2 units of Kosovite Dervishes. The main core is going to be a Halberdier line, so Kislev Warriors, which actually get trashed by Clan Rats pretty bad. I mean, they win, but from a cost perspective, it's really bad for them. But they're good against ogres, and honestly, they can hold pretty well, too. We got Tsarina Katarine. She's good at running over infinite amounts of clan rats, and she's pretty meta against Skaven. She's really hard to shoot. And the Ice Maiden's Kiss is really brutal as well. And with Outer Regions Micro, it's going to be pretty nuts. Frostworm here, nice choice. You know, probably wouldn't have been meta against Skaven before, but I think they're just so hot right now that, you know, people are just going to bring them anyways, even if it's not like the matchup for them. But we'll see. Little speech going down from Katarine. Kislev is definitely still a top 5 faction, but they're much more fair now after some of the changes. And other factions also got buffs too, right? So that kind of helped balance them out a little bit as well. But here comes Outer Region. He is rolling dirty with old Tsarina and the Frostworm here. And the double Brood Horror and Ikit Claw Cleansing Rune combo is going to be nasty. I guarantee you, though, that Outer Region has a Patriarch, which he does. Yeah, he's got the Salax Lullaby, which I almost missed there. But it's a very big heal, so that's going to be incredibly good. Rats are going to be moving and a grooving. We got ogres being called, and the Teethbreakers do use their concealment bombs, and I would imagine the Eshin Sorcerer is going to make them invisible again to try and creep up on some of the big SEs. Charging Katarine with the Brood Horse is a good idea, actually. Although with the Dervishes nearby, not so much, because then you could get surrounded and potentially killed. And here's the thing, the Skaven player can't really afford to make too many mistakes against Kislev. You know, if you slip up and lose your characters, you're going to have a bad time. Is that... Oh, is that his Storm Demon item? Oh, Outer Region with the MLG Juke, man. That micro, very, very good. That would have done some big damage. But we do see the Brood Horrors get in and actually punch that Frostworm in the face, and then they are able to get away before they take too much damage. AK Claw did take some overcast damage, or some sort of damage. I'm not sure if it's just from those cav, but it looks like he is going to be retreating back. While the Kislevites, are they going to be chasing over the hill? I don't think so. We see a massive herd of rats heading towards Objective 1. Objective 2 is owned by Kislev, and now we get Winged Lancers out here. So the Winged Lancers have arrived on Objective 3. And it is on. I do think that this matchup probably... I played this matchup in the last tournament. I played Kislev against Scrambled Egg. In my opinion is I think Kislev is probably favored here. I think that their cav are so good at diving a lot of the Skaven elements that it's very, very problematic. Here we see Clan Rat Spheres getting charged by the Tsarina, so that's going to be pretty painful, but the middle objective is going to be heavily contested as we do see the Clan Rat Legion assembling, and the Rattling Gunners are going to be approaching the high ground. Tsarina Katarine going to be getting a Frostbane's Kiss here, 100%. There's going to be a lot of damage going down, as we do see the Brood Horrors going after her, and the Rats are now engaging in the front. Clan Rats taking a charge from Kosovite Dervishes, which honestly isn't even that bad. And now, where are the Rattling Gunners going to go? They are going to start shooting soon. We do see firepower coming in from Kislev, but against the Rats, it's not going to be too devastating. Outer Region, showing his kiting game is very good, as the Tsarina is going to be retreating from the two Brood Horrors, and the Dervishes are going to be sacrificed. Frostworm moving in to charge them, which is good. It is an anti-large fighter, and is going to be pretty nasty here. Ikit Claw dropping a Brass Orb on top of the Armored Kossars, and the Rattling Gunners actually maybe sniping the Patriarch here. Patriarch is very, very low. By Our Blood probably going to be proccing soon, as the Rattling Gunners have a pretty comfortable little high ground position there, so we'll see what they can do. Meanwhile, though, Brood Horror is attacking the Frostworm. Ogre's coming out to help, and the other Brood Horror is trying to escape. But so far, the value trading for the Skaven has not been bad at all. They've been hanging in there pretty well, and are the Rattling Gunners going to be able to mow down the Patriarch? He actually does get nailed. His leadership is lowered by the fear of Aramar. Interesting, you almost never see that. So a big thing for Via Anime here is going to be saving these Teethbreakers, which is not going to be easy. We do see Doomflayers being called in, which are excellent against Kislev. And Ogres, these are RORs. They should trade well into the Winged Lancers if the Clan Rats come in and help them. Cleansing Rune going down on Katarine, going to be tickling the pickle there, while the Brood Horrors continue chasing, and we do see Flayers coming in to try and help run over some of the Kislevite warriors. We'll see how that all unfurls. Up on the high ground, who owns Objective 1? It is owned by the Skaven. Objective 2 owned by Kislev still. Ikit Claw getting a Cleansing Rune on Katarine. It's doing okay damage, nothing too crazy, but so far, even game. Value trading on both sides, not bad. Pit Fighters of Helm's Deep do actually get folded up, though, by the Winged Lancers, which I'm really surprised to see. Although I suppose, it was probably the hybrid shooting. I think that the Armored Kossars were providing some firepower, but the Patriarch is broken, so that's a nice little catch, and we do see the Tsarina taking some damage from Ogres here. So all that damage is going to be adding up as waves and waves of Rats continue moving in. On the high ground, the Brood Horrors are still very healthy, which is a big win for the Skaven, but leadership does become a pretty considerable problem for the Rats here. As the Rattling Gunners have come back online, they're going to be approaching the slope and trying to get focus fire on Katarine and or the Big Beastie here. Ogres charging in, and we see Clan Rats coming in from the other side of the battlefield. They have secured the other side, so now it's time for them to consolidate on the middle, while the Brood Horrors actually get a bit of an isolation on Tsarina. Tsarina taking a lot of damage. A Cleansing Rune here would be absolutely disgusting. That would hit like almost the entire Kislev army. Brood Horrors getting a lot of work done, and looking to be pretty close. And Rattling Gunners do get some Last Samurai attacks into these bad boys. A couple Clan Rats going to be coming to help, but I think the Winged Lancers will probably get the job done. Tsarina Katarine is getting a little bit low. We do see one Brood Horror chasing her down very aggressively, and that's going to be is that a Cleansing Rune? No, it's a Snow Leopard summon, so the Snow Leopard summon is a good call, as now we see the two Brood Horrors jumping on top of the Frostworm here. So incredibly even match, right? This is very, very cool to see. The Rats are getting pushed back a little bit. Of course, leadership is a big problem for them. Rattling Gunners do get folded up here, but Cleansing Rune is going to be huge here. Oh man, that hits like everything Kislev loves. The Rats just need to make sure that they have enough strength in one position to not completely fold up their Brood Horrors, but Tsarina Katarine is going to take a lot of damage. Patriarch does get hit by that Cleansing Rune. He's steady, but relatively close to having leadership issues. Nice Icebane's Kiss right there as we see more and more Ogres coming in. I think one of the things that might give Kislev the game is potentially the armored or their infantry, because the Rats are folding up and they really just have SEs left. So we do see Tsarina Katarine running away, so she's going to be forced out of the battle. Where are the Brood Horrors going to go? There are two Frostworms in here now, by the way, so we have double Frostworm being called in. So it seems like Outer Region was very expecting this kind of play. Whereas if Via Anime had gone with more of a gun line, or, you know, Warp Lightning sadly aren't very good on this map. This is definitely a very good map for Kislev. You know, these dragons could have been shot to pieces, right? Because you saw me lose pretty bad the other day against like a wide gunline build, and it definitely can defeat the Frostworms. But we do see the Patriarch getting killed by the Brood Horror, so the Brood Horrors have been excellent this game, actually. And yeah, the Patriarch is down, so healing is offline. Although there's a second one being called out. But again, they're not like the most effective combat characters, so we'll see what kind of a difference that makes. Here we have the Ogres trying to punch through the Winged Lancers. Value trading is slightly favoring Kislev, and remember, Kislev does have healing. The Brood Horrors also have passive healing too, which is very nice. And the Rats on this side looks like they will get this objective. Wolf Rats and Skaven Slaves fighting for it. And they do manage to get the point, probably. This Brood Horror is very quick, but it looks like it's afflicted by the Frostbite, so it's going to be panicking and running away. And on the middle, we have the old Armored Kossars trying to fight. Looks like, what are they up against? They're up against the Brood Horror here. Ogres pushing through, trying to support Ikit Claw. And yeah, we still have a close game on our hands. If the Brood Horrors get stabilized and don't get caught, I think that Via Anime has a chance here. But if they get caught and killed, I think it's going to be game blouses. So Frostbite, is it going to wear off? The Brood Horror, how is that Frostbite still on him? Okay, it should be off now. And how is he still slowed, though? Is it because he's wounded? I'm not sure. He should be able to get away, though. So the middle objective is a lot of Ogres on it. But the Kislevite Warriors are a problem. I mean, Plague Monks and Clan Rats can trade very well into them, but aside from that, they will counter the Rat Ogres pretty effectively, right? Call-ins for the Skaven are going to be more just Traff units, and for the Kislevites, we do have some Armored Kossars hustling from across the battlefield. Zarina is kind of on death's bed here. She's looking very beat up at 1900 HP. Skaven are starting to win on the middle. They do get a lot of units, and the Kislevite Warriors are being surrounded and dragged down. We even have some Eshin Triads moving in for a little bit of a flank as well. A very good, you know, very solid, even match. I do feel Outer Region's in a bit of a commanding position because of his SE squad and the healing he's getting on it. But still Cleansing Runes on the table, and both Brood Horrors have been healing a lot as well, so you need to kind of remember that. I think they're both still alive. Kislev gets folded up pretty bad on the middle engagement here, and we do have a full health unit of Eshin Triads ready to help in the anti-large fight. Zarina is now up to 2900 HP, which feels bad. Concealment Bomb's activated. Oh, that's a rough, man. Outer Region's so quick on the response there. Brood Horror number 1 is here. And where's the second one? The second Brood Horror should be coming around. Rats do have this objective, and they do manage to take the middle over. But now is going to be the fight for the fate of Middle-earth. It's going to be a big blob fight. Should favor Kislev a little bit, probably. We'll have to see. Cleansing Rune, of course, is going to be nice. The Rats have a lot more stuff here, but these Frostworms are an absolute menace. One Brood Horror is going to be chasing down Katarine to try and keep her honest, and I suspect a Cleansing Rune is on the table. And yeah, the Rat stuff was so damaged here, although these Ogres are just hard countered by the Frostworms, right? Only 800 value on one Frostworm, and the other one's only 800 too. So the Frostworms haven't done super well for Kislev this game in terms of just pure value. They haven't even gotten close to paying for themselves, whereas the Brood Horrors have probably performed much better. We'll have to see. So the Brood Horde is going after the Patriarch now, but unfortunately this could be a loss for Via Anime here, because Ikit Claw is going to get absolutely hunted by these Frostworms. So you can see it's going to be retreating here. We see Ikit with 3,000 value this game, so he's been an absolute just beast on that little chariot of his. As the Brood Horrors are trying to snipe the Patriarch, we do see a Griffin Legion coming in. Cleansing Rune's going to be thrown down here, but unfortunately it misses the Zarina, who's very, very close to dying. It might have actually brought her to the brink of death, but alas, it is not going to be the case. Ikit Claw, if he dies, it's basically game over. You know how Skaven are with their lords. And the two Frostworms, I still think, despite not getting the best value, the Terror Routes are really, really impactful. And now they've basically paid for themselves. That snipe on Ikit Claw kind of justified, and that's probably going to be closing out the game. So it was a really nice match, very close. You know, I would say at points the Skaven were ahead, but for the most part, it was more of like a 60-40 battle favor. Look at Ikit, he goes up in a nuke, but a 60-40 battle favor for the forces of Kislev, and we are going to see that reflected in the end game here. GG, well played. So Rattling Gunners were pretty cool. I think a big variable on that map is the map size was really not good for the Skaven. It allowed the fast Kislev Cav to get there and make a difference, whereas the Skaven took longer to reinforce. Brood Horror is 900 and 800, so not the best performance from them. The Frostworms did okay. Zarina got about 1200. Like, none of the big Kislevite heavy hitters really did super well in the value department. I mean, Zarina didn't even come close. That thing didn't come close. This thing did pay for itself. Griffin Legion, like, oh, wow. These Winged Lancers, guys, look at that. Holy shit, 2,500 on those. Okay, so they carried the day. Forget the big monsters. Those Cav must have run over a lot of rats. Flayers were good, but I think on some maps, Skaven could probably compete pretty well with Kislev. But I do think that Kislev is favored in that matchup. So, all right, so turn finals. Let's get this going. And here we are. Host game and spectator. Let's get this. And we're going to get Outer Region in there. All right, let's find him. All right, let's do it. Finals lobby. Okay. Now, who's one on the other side? Who is it going to be? Yeah, I think they rode down the Teeth Breakers. That's probably what it was. So Opal Black Bear, Lizardman versus Kislev. I actually have won a couple games as Lizardman against Kislev, even when they were OP. I feel like a good Lizard player can definitely handle Kislev, and Dark Elves are actually quite good against Kislev too. I think in the hands of a really skilled Dark Elf player, I think it's possible too. So we'll see. But I mean, you have to remember, Outer Region's extremely good. He does not make too many micro mistakes, you know. Okay. Freshen the bracket. We do not have the update yet. Yeah, the Lancers, they're really good. I mean, Glorious Charge is insane. The map for the Grand Finals is going to be what? We have the Decrepit Moor. So that is a pretty open map. Artillery is pretty good on it. Shooting is good on it in general. Yeah, I wanna. In the last, so I played a tournament offline the other day, by the way. I'll cast the replay eventually, although it wasn't really a good one. I could show you guys real quick. We have a minute. But I played Chaos Dwarves against Kislev in a tournament. I was able to beat them, and it was a good player too. It was a Kislev main. Let me see. So we probably have a hot minute before it's ready. I could show you guys the replay real quick because it was super fast. So it's not that Kislev can't be defeated. I mean, if Chorfs can take a win, Chorfs are kind of a lower tier faction. The Deathstreakers are really nice there. They can't, if they try and bring those damn Frostworms against Chaos Dwarves, you just nail them with Deathstreakers. I think the next Total War stream, I'm going to record how many players are described as top 5. See if it's more than 5. Well, you have to remember, my catalog of knowledge is like, we've had 7 seasons on Total Tavern, right? So if you look on the website, you can see we're on season 8 right now, actually. So I'm like, when I say someone's top 5, I'm like saying they were top 5 at one point, which means they're a high caliber player. But a lot of people have been top 5 for sure. Outer Region is literally number 5 right now. He's 12 wins and 2 losses. The powerful Canadian. Yeah. Although we still got US as number 1 here. Tim the Wild, they're holding it down. 17 wins and 3 losses. Man, Scrambled Egg, I don't know where he's from. We got Brazil coming in strong in number 3 as well. Cool. Yeah. A lot of neat stuff here. Always a good time. And great. So do we have the other player ready yet? That game was reasonably fast. That was a good match though. I liked it. I enjoyed that one. Very scrappy. They were 8. Yeah. The Winged Lancers are extremely good, Cav. I like them and Griffin Legion. Depends on the matchup, you know. But they're both incredibly good. Decrepit Moor is fun. Top 100. Some people were in top 5 multiple times. Oh, for sure. Outer Region's been top 5 like every season. Pretty much. I mean, we can go check. We have the data now. That was so cool. Like in Warhammer 2, there was a ton of debates about like who's the best and who has like the most tournament wins, because the data wasn't really effectively tracked. I mean, it kind of was, but it was very loose. Whereas now we can go to the Hall of Fame for Warhammer 3 and see, right? So we can search by... So Outer Region, Season 1, he was ranked 12. Season 2, he didn't actually play for Seasons 2 and 3, it looks like, unless I spelled his name wrong. No. And then Season 4, he was number 1. Season 5, he was number 5. Season 6, he was number 5. Season 7, he was number 3. And now he's number 5 again. So you can definitely tell he's constantly lurking near the top of the leaderboard. Yeah. Yeah, the powerful Finnish player. Yeah. He's a number 4 right now. Finland, man. They're going hard. You know, I've always... So do we have any Finnish folks in chat? You know, you guys are really big on the sauna culture, right? Yeah, you guys party with the saunas, yeah? Because I love going in saunas after like a workout or like a run or something. I think that would be something I'd enjoy there. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Okay, is the other side ready yet? Yes. So we have Dark Elves versus Kislev in the finals. This is fun. Dark Elves coming off some nice buffs, and you know, Dark Elves also have really good armor piercing. Coldwood Knights getting buffed is really good against Kislev Cav, so yeah, we'll find out. I'm Canadian, but all my family's Finnish. Nice. Sauna. Saunas get addicting, yeah, do they? What is the food like in Finland? Like, what are your guys' signature foods, right? So if I were to go to Poland, right, you would have bigis, you would have pashtet, you have pierogi, you know, cutlets, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, what are like the top 3 Finnish foods that you would recommend? And this isn't necessarily like something extreme, like some like fish that would just be really hard to stomach for like someone like me, but like the 3 most popular foods that Finnish cuisine serves. And explain what it is too. If you just type the name, I might not know, but I'm curious. You have a sauna in your house, I'm jealous. My dad builds one in every house, no joke. That's so cool. Professor Bone is a furry, confirmed, but first you take the fish and you bury it in the backyard. Okay, I'm listening. I love Polish food though. Polish food's good. Like the potatoes and bread. Poland has such good bread. Like, even the cheap bread you get at, like, a Polish supermarket is, like, very good. You just have to make sure it's not, like the public bread area where people are, like, putting their hands in and grabbing it, because you never know what you're getting there. Yeah. I'm kind of on the fence about Finnish food, but also the pastries are amazing. Okay. Sturmströmming is that? I don't think that's Finnish, right? Isn't that Swedish? Could be wrong, though. I have no idea. So Dark Elves, I think Dark Elves beat Kislev by just going wide Dark Shard line. Granted, the Kislevite archers can counter that, so it's a little bit of rock, paper, scissors here. I'm genuinely curious what these guys are doing, so I'm going to peek at the builds real quick and see. Yeah, this is what I suspected would be good against Dark Elves, like what Outer Region brought. That is definitely meta. And now for the Dork Elves to try and compete. Let's find out if they can. What's up, Alejandro? Hope you're doing well, man. Germany's bread is also very good. Yeah, I feel like I would really enjoy German cuisine. Like I like beer a lot. I try not to drink it. Like I won't drink more than 1 beer a week because I get fat if I do. I have some redneck genes in my family that really put on weight quickly. So I have to be careful. If I embrace my redneck side too much, I get pretty chungus. Polish food is so good. Yeah, I love the pierogis. Yeah, they're the best. Karelian pies are very good. Basically, Finnish rice pies. You add butter, egg, and make a very good breakfast food. Okay, yeah, sounds pretty classic. That's fun. Okay, Kislev is ready. Dark Elves are scheming their build. Solasora has been doing very well this season. I've been seeing them do very, very good work in the tournaments. Let's see what their current rank on the leaderboard is right now. I'm going to the tournament leaderboard, and I'm going to take a peek at Solasora here and see what they're up to. Do we have any more tournaments today, by the way? Oh, there is a Swiss tournament tonight, but it's Conquest. So tonight at 8 o'clock, so that's kind of cool if anybody wants to play in that. So Solasora, have they won a tournament yet? Not yet. But they are currently... Okay, they don't have enough games played to be on the front of the page of the leaderboard yet. They're getting there. Okay. They're going... This would be their first tournament win of the season, so I would imagine all the marbles are on the table right now. We need to have a turn doing a world tour of the viewers. God. I don't like traveling, to be honest. I don't. I'm like a hobbit. Like I'll reluctantly enjoy traveling once I get there, but the active traveling, I really am a creature of comfort at home. Yeah. This is the grand final. Yeah, this is the grand final right here. We got Kislev versus Dark Elves. Pretty cool. I believe there was another Kislev player who got eliminated who didn't make it here. Glad to finally see the Druki in action. They're doing really good, man. They've been pretty effective. Let's see what the Druki stats look like. So the Dark Elves currently are 13 wins and 10 losses. They're 1-1 against Kislev so far. So they won 1, lost 1. The win was against my Kislev actually, but I went a little too crazy with double Frostworm. Outer Region's got to be smarter than that. He'll go wide. Like, if I had to wager on his build, I bet you it'd be a wide build with bows. Because bows counter Dark Shard, so. MTV Cribs. I would host that, dude. If they hit me up, hell yeah. Sign me up, man. You know what show I would like to host, though? There's a show with, what's his name? Oh, it's Guy Fieri. Fieri or whatever the hell his name is. It's the guy with like the frosted tips and like the Hawaiian shirts. And he travels the United States going to diners. Diners are my favorite thing ever. I love diner food. Like just some classic American, you know, old school diners from like 1950 style. And he has a show where he travels around the United States and goes to the best diners, dude. That would just be that's my power fantasy. Yeah. Double Frostworm is not always the answer, actually. It gets wrecked pretty badly by wide missile builds. No, it's not Flavor Town. Yeah, diners, dine-in, and dives. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Yes. I love diners, dude. So when I lived in LA, there was like a couple diners near us. Like back in 2011, 2012. Well, 2012, 2013, actually. And I used to just go to a diner like every morning, and I would just be there with like a coffee, reading the newspaper and looking around, and there's like a bunch of like senior citizens hanging out with me, and I would just nod at them. I'm like, yeah, this rules, dude. This is the life. Just getting some eggs and bacon and some coffee in the morning, you know, reading the news. It's fun times. Fun times for sure. How would you not get fat getting all to the best diners? Well, you'd have to exercise a lot, yeah. Battle of the girl bosses. Yeah, they're coming. Two powerful ladies going to be dueling it out here. Although I think Marathi certainly is the stronger of the two. But let's see how this goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals in today's tournament. We have Solasora versus Outer Region. And it is going to be a front line of Bleak Swords. So we got the most bleak of swords backed up by Dark Shards. I love Dark Shard battle lines. It's the coolest thing ever. And they are shielded. So they do have 55% mitigation against the Kislevites Archer. So maybe they will be impactful. We'll have to see. Cold Ones Knights in the back, and we know that Solasora has very good micro. We played against them earlier, had a really, really nice match, and I'm excited to see how they do here against Outer Region. Now, Outer Region, the villainous Kislev, they're still a little villainous, for sure, but, you know, definitely weaker. We do have Little Grom, and his army's going to be wide, so it's Armored Kossars backed up by Bow Kossars, and that's basically it, right? Like a Kislevite bow line with Armored Kossars in the front, couple halberds. This is how you beat Dark Elves. You go wide. Your archers potentially outtrade their Dark Shards with magical support, so you use the Ice Witch abilities like Hawks of Miska here to nail those archers, and you win the fight that way. So that's going to be it. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. I know, the Rona did kill a lot of all-night diners. There was one I used to go to in Burbank. It was called Paradise Cafe, and my wife and I used to go there like midnight, 1 a.m., you know, 1:30, and it was open 24 hours. It was freaking awesome, but it went out of business after the Rona, which sucks. Yeah, no, they definitely started getting karate chops. I gotta do Greasus as Guy Fieri. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be a good thumbnail for sure. All right, so the battle should be on soon. We know the builds. Dark Shards versus Kossars. Marathi, of course, going to be very disruptive. She does have Soul Stealer, Melkoths. No, do we have Soul Stealer? No, we don't actually. No, just going to be Melkoths and Pit of Shades. Pit of Shades will be good against the Kossars potentially if you really want to win the bow fight, and Melkoth spam against Heavy Cav is always good. We do have a Little Grom out. Little Grom will be good at shooting at the Golden Knights and kind of giving the Kislevites the ranged advantage. So Little Grom is going to be advancing out from the trees and getting ready to put the pound town on some of these bad boys. So we do see the Power of Darkness being activated on the Bleak Swords, so that will give a little bit of a magic boon to Marathi. The first Little Grom shot, going to be focusing down Dark Shards, obviously. That would be the play, but it is a swing and a miss. On the outside here, we got Dread Spears and Coldwind Knights waiting in the wings, and Marathi, she's got to be careful not to fly over the Kislev army. If she does, they're going to whip out their pistols and put a lot of damage on her, and that will not be good. I think that the Dark Elves will have the initial advantage on the objective, though. Until Outer Region's able to kind of poke and take down some of the Dark Shards, that will be advantageous here for the Dark Elves. I think that their battle line is going to be able to hold very, very firm. Spears heading towards Objective 3 to hold that against flanking and any sort of cab play. And another column here in the back is going to be what? We got Dread Spears. So the dreaded Dread Spears. Very dreaded indeed. Dark Shards want to close the distance. They want to start shooting as soon as possible. And here we see the Dark Elves getting the objective advantage, as Little Grom is going to be putting Perpetual Firepower down on the Dark Shards here. We'll see if they can close the distance and start shooting Outer Region's units. That Little Grom does miss pretty bad that second shot, so far it's not been super accurate. Winged Lancers being called out, but obviously Coldwind Knights are going to be at the ready to take them down. We do see the Coldwind Knights rotating over there. So Solasora paying very, very close attention here. As the Dark Shards are trying to close the distance with the Little Grom army. Some of the Armored Kossars are moving up, but one unit of Dark Shards is getting wrecked pretty badly. And Dark Elves don't have any Bolt Throws. Bolt Throws are actually decent in this matchup. They can put some hurt down on a multitude of targets, but so far the Dark Elves just going to be playing defensively, trying to hold. Hawks and Miska. Oh, man. Oh, with that pathing. He blobbed his units and maybe is going to be getting punished for it. We'll have to see. Okay, not too bad, actually. It's still doing a lot of damage, yeah. He was able to dodge the epicenter of that cast. So Dark Elves hanging in there, though, eating a little bit of firepower as both Dark Shard units do get caught. And now they're going to be unleashing a salvo. You got to love their animations, too. They look so cool. Yeah, I love when they just, like, reload their crossbows and shoot over their tower shields. It's so freaking badass. But yeah, that's cost-effective damage, and there is going to be a Wand of Koraidon going down from Wrathy. I believe that's what that's called, and it is going to be dropping it like it's hot. Respectable damage. Very, very good, actually. And the Dark Shards are now unleashing hell on the Armored Kossars, and the other Bleak Sword's going to be coming up to reinforce. Coldham Knights on both sides, keeping the big boys honest, and a really good Pit of Shades by Solasora as well. So Pit of Shades going down on the Armored Kossars, and definitely going to be triggering by our blood as the Dread Spears move up. And the Dark Shard line is generating a lot of value. Little Grom, of course, wearing them down over time, but the Dark Shards are awesome. And it's really cool to see kind of static missile units perform very well here. As the Kislevites infantry are getting folded here, Kislevites warriors have now gotten in combat with Bleak Swords, which Bleak Swords should be favored there, I think. Although, I don't know, the HP difference is pretty big. Also, Wrathy can go after Little Grom. She's an anti-large fighter, right? So if she wants to, she can move up and put some punishing firepower or melee attacks on that. Definitely need to hide these guys, get them behind the pillar. That's the place you want to be, because otherwise Little Grom is going to farm you for value. Here we see the Kossars getting melted, and the rest of the battle line is just kind of waiting, as Outer Region's going to be doing a full rotate over here. So Dervish, Dervish, and Dervish, and some Winged Lancers too. Okay. So the full party. Once again, though, the Dark Elf player with a little bit of sloppy positioning does get punished there, and that is going to be a lot of DPS on those Dark Shards, and a ton of mobility coming in. And the positioning here for Solasora, a little bit dodgy, right? There's going to be a lot of punishment coming in, and losing these Dark Shards here is going to be an absolute catastrophe, right? Because that's most of the killing power for this Dark Elf army. And this is pretty inexcusable in terms of micro. Like, you have Dark Riders, you have Coldwood Knights. You shouldn't be just getting all your missile units overrun like this, right? That's pretty rough. Pit of Shade's going to be going down there. It does catch the Armored Kossars, but now I would say Outer Region may have just won the game there. You know, that's like losing 3 Dark Shard units. Unless there's a big swing back from the Dark Elves here and Outer Region overstays is welcome, that's going to be a big, big win there. So we do see Coldwood Knights engaging against Kossovite Dervishes. Bleak Swords able to win their respective fight here. Wrathy debuffing the melee attack of Winged Lancers. Although, wait. Oh my god, you didn't bring any of the debuffs on Wrathy? That's very strange. Okay, so no debuffs on Wrathy. These Winged Lancers would literally have no combat stats, but just going bare bones. And another bit of a micro slip, right? The Dark Shards getting caught here, there's no reason. They should have just kited those guys back. So a couple big blunders by the Dork Elves, I think, have given Outer Region a advantage here in this situation, because Outer Region's not making too many mistakes. He's made a couple, but there's been a fair amount of mistakes from the Druchii here in this game. I think the army for the Dark Elves was good and has been very effective, but the positioning and some of the engagements have been very, very precarious. And now we see Outer Region pulling a bit of a lead, but it's not 100% over. I mean, there's still room for the forces of Outer Region to make mistakes. We do see Coldwood Knights going into the Oath Brothers. Little Grom in the back is going to be putting steady firepower down into the Coldwood Knights here. And now another Coldwood Knight's going to be engaging. Wrathy really should have the debuff. If the debuff was on top of the Oath Brothers, for example, they would have like almost 30 melee attack, and it would be a vastly better trade for the Druchii here. There's a little bit of ice magic going down as Dark Shards are going to be rallying across the map. Value is 4.3 against 2.9. There's going to be another wand ability going down from Wrathy here, as the Coldwood Knights unfortunately just get taken apart. I mean, there's 2 units shooting them right in the face, and they're fighting a specialist anti-large unit, which is much, much better than them. Harry, thank you for the donation. Thanks for the hours of content, and here's to many more. Thank you, brother. Greatly appreciate it. All right, all right. So Oath Brothers of Tor are now feasting on Wrathy's minions here. We do see the Dark Shards and more Coldwood Knights coming up. Dark Shards have rallied back here. Dread Spears, of course, going to be losing against Armored Kossars pretty decisively, which makes sense. But Bleak Sword's trading well. Looking at the value, 4.9 against 3.7. Is there any way the Dork Elves can get this game back? I don't know. Another Melkoth going down in the Oath Brothers is very good. Dark Shards are quite effective, and the Dark Elves are a little bit resurgent here in the middle, with Wrathy getting some good magical play. And now the Shards of Darkness are going to need to accrue a lot of value. More Coldwood Knights called out on the side objective here. We do see the Dark Elves starting to slowly lose it. The Dread Spears have like almost no armor piercing, right? And their melee attack is not going to be super awesome, except when Murderous Prowess is active, but Armored Kossar should be able to take them apart pretty well. Whereas Kislevites Warriors probably do lose the Dread Spears head up, so Yeah, interesting stuff there. Little Grom getting a big salvo onto the Cold Knights as we see more spears and more infantry swarming forward. And strangely enough, the Dark Elves are still keeping a little bit of momentum. Imagine if the Dark Shards had been stabilized. If they hadn't been compromised that quickly, man, it could be a very different game. I honestly think it could have been even a Dark Elf advantage at this point. So Cold Knights and Spears engaging versus Oath Brothers is not going to be a bad fight. The Cold Knights do have Spear support, and Wrathy is also an anti-large fighter. We do see the Vortex ability from the Oath Brothers being activated as the Dread Spears do move in. In the meantime, Bleak Swords advancing up, and more Winged Lancers going to be penetrating into the secondary. But are there Cold Knights being called out? We do get Dark Riders with shields, and there's going to be a Melkoth being activated. Hawks of Miska doing really good damage, by the way, and Discouraging Leadership. That spell is very, very good, apparently. Wow. Today I learned, but at this point, I think this is going to be the engagement that breaks the Dark Elves back here. We do see that the Dark Elves kind of lose that. Granted, the Oath Brothers do get almost wiped out, so it's not a complete disaster. Value is 7.3 against 5.4. It's going to be incredibly hard for Dark Elves to scrap back. The positioning was very tough in the beginning, and losing your entire missile line to like 2 crappy skirmish cav is very rough. And Dark Elves have plenty of tools to defend them. They just got outmaneuvered, really. And Outer Region just, I think Kislev is certainly a little bit stronger than Dark Elves, but I think Dark Elves have more than enough tools to take down Kislev. I just think it came down to play this game. Many tournaments last season, I think that Kislev just won because they're OP, and I do still think Kislev is, the jury is still out on Kislev, but overall I think the game was very winnable for Dark Elves in terms of their build if they just played a little bit cleaner. So, yes. So big charge going in on the Winged Lancers, and it is going to be a couple Dark Riders and Morathi, but again, no stat debuffing on her, which hurts. Kislev winning against the Dark Elf Chaff over here, which is no surprise. They had a vastly overwhelming force compared to them. Griffin Legion's going to be on its way in. We do have Blackheart Corsairs and Spears reinforcing from the trees here as Morathi leads the charge with their anti-large attacks. She's been very good. 2,500 value on Morathi's been absolutely awesome. Anyway, to come back, 8,000 against 6, so it is a 2,000 value deficit. Kislev does not have too much healing, but there's a Patriarch out here now. So there's going to be some healing going down, and there's going to be some fat magic, which is going to be the bombardment from the Oath Brothers. Very, very strong stuff as Cold Knights do get a good flank. Spears moving up. Dark Riders, of course, going to have nothing to do against the Griffin Legion. And ladies and gentlemen, Outer Region showing why it's one of the better, stronger players in the world, also playing one of the strongest factions, and the result is certainly no surprise. But there is Morathi. She's trying her best. Will she drag down the Ice Witch with her? I don't think so. Cold Knights, we have more of them being called in, probably so. It's one of the few things that Dark Elves can trade with here. 8.8, so yeah, he's even getting a little bit further ahead in value now. As the Kislevites do have a lot of infantry moving in. The Dread Spears, of course, very cost-effective against a lot of different targets. Corsairs will be good against Kislev infantry, too. I really like Blackheart Corsairs in this matchup. The fact that they have built-in missile resist, right? They have missile resist, don't they? Didn't the Blackheart Corsairs have the Sea Dragon's Cloak, or does that just give them armor? Okay, I'm crazy, but I guess the armor helps against the hybrid shooting. This Kislev gets a big AoE heal in that blob right there. And, yeah, what's it going to be next? We do see Melkoth being activated on the Griffin Legion as more and more Cold Knights move in. On the other side of the battlefield, the Kislevites are hanging tight with their Kossars. So we got Kossars as well as some just standard warriors holding it down. Man, the amount of value the Dark Elves are missing out on by not having Morathi's leadership debuffs is so painful. Like, they would just be, it would have turned the tide of several fights probably, or at least made the casualties far more acceptable. Hawks of Miska does get dodged there. As the Griffin Legion, there's a huge core of Kislevite cavalry. And these Dark Elves are about to get freaking flattened by this Kislev cab. You can see a big blob coming in. And here comes the big charge as the mighty Slavic warriors of Warhammer Fantasy move through the lines, plowing through the villainous forces of the Druki, freeing their captives, I suppose, is the headcanon, as we do see the Kislevite warriors lancing down these foul Dark Elves. Gotta love glorious cab charges, and Kislev is definitely one of the best. Sea Dragon Cloak is 80 armor without losing movement speed. Got it, got it. Alright, so that's basically it. It's GG at this point. Solosaur is a very good player. Certainly did very well this tournament. Great performances all around, but at the end of the day, I think Outer Region just microed much better and had better engagements overall, and that cost Solosaur the game. The build for Solosaur was good, though. I did like it. I think if those Dark Shards had stayed online and been positioned in a little bit more of a scattered, like, so basically one Dark Shard here, one over here, and then one helping out in this engagement to, like, fan out that DPS and that wide build, and then you just park one Cold Knight here, one here to protect. I think you're in a great position, right? When Kislev tries to dive you, they just take massive casualties. Dark Elf's going to be trying to hold their back point, but it's only a matter of time before Kislev is going to be able to get it. That is for sure. What is that Vortex going to be? I don't think, yeah, it's a bombardment from the Oath Brothers, which is very good, by the way. You can see it lightning zaps those guys pretty hard. But this is game over. Outer Regions got it. GG, well played. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today. And if you did, please do drop a like. We'll be back with some more Ham War tournaments soon. And you know what? Maybe we could try a... I wanted to try a Chorf game against Kislev. I'm curious. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, Kislev's very cost effective, but I mean, they can lose too. We've seen them lose in tournaments. Still top 5 though. They could, I think if people like Outer Region keep playing them, they could rise to the #1 spot again. Looking at Kislev's army though, what did very well? Yeah, the Ice Witch did good. Decent value. Little Grom got a lot. I think the Cav were big. Yeah, 2,400 on those. Winged Lancers did decently. Nothing was like obscene. I just think the Dark Shard's getting taken down. I mean, when you invest your whole battle line here, like you got 200, 400, 200, 219, right? Those guys need to be generating value if you want to win the game. Quick battle stream again? I would be down at some point for a quick battle stream. I think tournaments are way more fun. You know, there's stakes and there's kind of a build up. I think it makes for a more fun situation. GG, well played. Yeah, so this is a replay I have, I think, of, let me see, where was it? Was it Chorf? Yeah, this one here. Oh man, was there an update today? Are the replays screwed now? So this is a Chowie build I was using against Kislev that was pretty effective. It was basically Astrogoth, Dwarf Warriors, and double Infernal Guard. He went with a pretty interesting build. He actually brought Ulrika for the Melkoths and Pitashade spam. Pitashade's, of course, pretty decent, but I think that's a mistake. Probably just Blizzard. Yeah. Quick battle stream, yeah. Kislev basically has no bad units. That's true, yeah. Ice Guard are definitely mediocre compared to the rest of the roster. But GG to Outer Region, man, what a Chad. He's a beast. His micro is very good. Definitely some of the best micro in the game. GG. So I'll show you guys this game. This was in the last tournament I played off stream. These guys did pretty good. They did a bug fix patch like 1 or 2 days ago. Man, I hope it didn't ruin all my replays. Oh, I have so many replays to cast. Oh, I have so many. Dark Elf Cav should get the Hobgoblin flank bonus. That would actually be a good idea. Although they're not cowardly, so they would have to name it something else, like Murderous Flank or something. You know, just something like that. Yeah, so I don't know if this would work against like Outer Regions playstyle, but basically what we did is we got the Hobgoblins to run up and get the objectives, right? So they run up, they got a range buff, so they can actually trade at range with the Kislevite skirmishers now because they have the same range. Aside from that, we call in a Death Shriek. Now, Death Shrieks are normally really bad against Kislev because of Little Grom, but on certain maps where you have terrain features, you can hide behind it and shoot over, right? So you'll notice that the Death Shrieker is going to be shooting over at what's it called, at Ulrika here, and we do get a little bit of work. We got the Labor Force coming up to grab Objective 3 and make sure we secure that. Meanwhile, Kislev advancing up with the Streltsy battle line. I don't hate Streltsy against Chaos Dwarves. I think they're decent. You know, they have good armor piercing and can be very, very menacing. And they also have similar range to your Fireglaves, so they can trade very cost effectively against them, right? So Little Grom, not Little Grom, but the Death Shrieker. And this is a tactic for you guys on big maps like this. Don't be afraid to bring artillery against a counter artillery, because if he wants to bring Little Grom, he has to move it really far up. Whereas I can sit deep set in my zone and still get value shooting on the objectives, right? So that's something you can do. So we continue shooting with the Death Shriekers. You see the Infernal Guard Fireglaves are a really good screen, because even if Kislev attacks him with Cav, you're going to be okay. Death Shrieker's getting some work done. Astrogoth just kind of chilling out. Death Shrieker getting big shots and very good at character sniping, by the way. So whatever Kislev has, it can do some work. We do call it a Magma Cannon as well. But on a small map, I would get wrecked by Little Grom. On maps like this, you could do work. So firepower going into the Streltsy. And now we're going to continue Magma Cannoning these bad boys. And the Chorf battle lines will be advancing up. Astrogoth's going to be dropping a Flamestorm right here on top of these guys. So we do get a nice catch. And Kislevite Warriors and Streltsy do get popped. Cheeky Snow Leopard in the back. I do notice it at the last second. And we are going to call it Hobgoblins and the good old Kadai Fireborn to take that down. But overall, the battle lines are trading well. We have a big value lead, right? Even our chaff units are trading up into the Warriors. And you see what I'm saying about Little Grom, right? So that is the intuitive counter against my artillery. But on a big map like this, he has to move it really far up to get line of sight, which then makes it vulnerable. So then you're able to kind of grab it with other things and do some decent work. On the backside here, we do get the surround from the Hobgoblins on his Lord, which is trying to dive me. We kill the Snow Leopard. And the Chorf Warriors are doing well. Astrogoth disrupting the gun line very, very effectively. And here we see the Little Grom advance up and just get mowed down. So we lured the Little Grom up with the deep range and just mowed it down with our Infernal Guard Fireglaves right here. So, you know, and that was like, you know, that player is very strong. That's a good Kislev player. They main Kislev. So it is possible to beat them for sure. I think, yeah, I still think Kislev is probably favored against Chorfs at the very pinnacle of play, but, you know, not to say you can't beat them. Could I Fireboard are decent against Kislev, actually. They're okay. Although, arguably, Bull Centaur Renders might be better. But anyways, looks like it's going to crash here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that little post-game breakdown, little Chaos Dwarf action. Drop a like on the way out if you guys want more sweaty Total War action. I'm going to go hang out with my smoking hot wife and take it easy. So that is it for today. Adios, Dovidzenia. Appreciate you all. And congrats to Outer Region on the fat dub, and Orson endures.